phone Thursday. Open phone Thursday. Couldn't be Wednesday. I couldn't be Friday. Open phone Thursday with Tom and Tia. An angry call from Mr. Hate. Emily told Cole bang that jailbait. Christopher Walken wants more cowbell. Request a song, will tell you go to hell. Get a shameless plug for your business on band. Let's all take a trip to Emily Land. Open phone Thursday. Open phone Thursday. Couldn't be Wednesday. Couldn't be Friday. Open phone Thursday with Tom and Tia. Meeting chicks at McHenry County Jail. If your cell phone drops, it's an epic fail. Paint store lady tries to pull a scam. If you're drunk or stoned, you're a Duco fan. Tom from Europe, drunk that time. Some jerk called up and confessed a crime. Open phone Thursday. Open phone Thursday. Open phone Thursday. Couldn't be Wednesday. Couldn't be Wednesday. Couldn't be Friday. Couldn't be Friday. Open phone Thursday with Tom and
ball of mush. I'll show you.
I like it. You're feigning excitement, and I certainly do appreciate the
trying.
effort. I know.
I have a headache.
No, good for you. I wasn't asking to have sex, but I'm glad that's your standby for. I have a headache. Okay.
I'm tired.
And if that doesn't work, you're like, and my period. And you're like, okay, everything's fine. Whatever you say. You didn't pull out the big gun yet, and I appreciate that. Well, you want to save something. You want to keep something in reserve.
You got to keep it in the back pocket.
Open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Talk or text. And we will get you on to say whatever you want. Plug your business, plug your band, tell somebody you love them, hate them, sing a song, tell a joke, yodel, make barnyard noises, confess a crime. Let's see, what else is there? Get directions. You want advice, request an old bit from the show. It's open phone Thursday. It's free speech.
Yours.
The First Amendment is the most important of all amendments. That's why they made it first. It's very, very much dying, withering on the vine. So we have a little island, a little bastion here where you can say whatever you want, except for the stuff the government says you can't say. All right, but anyway, 800-223-9510. I'll deal with that. 800-223-9510. Dial it up now. If Leah loves your call, she will ring her bell. If she rings her bell, you get to pick a number between 1 and 95. If when we spin our wheel, it lands on your number, you win the jackpot. The current jackpot is $247.26. It's actual money now. You can get like a dozen and a half eggs and half a tank of gas right there.
You're going places.
Yeah, there you go. So 800-223-9510. That's your number for OPT. It is 629.
84 and humid for today. Storms possible later on. 60 overnight, 84 and mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 54 in Kenosha and 63 in Crystal Lake. And most of the time when you're booking an Airbnb, you might skip over the long list of amenities.
Never done that. Never booked an Airbnb.
Really?
Do you advocate doing that over getting a hotel?
Depends. Depends how long you're staying. It depends. It depends where you're at. Yes.
All right.
Here's something though that you should look out for that is on the way. After the 95 WIIL wreck, 95 second update, a 31-year-old Waukegan man, Jose Rodriguez, died Monday night after a motorcycle and car collided at Green Bay Road and Sunset Avenue. He was found unresponsive beneath a car and later pronounced dead at Vista Medical Center. Waukegan police are still investigating. The National Weather Service has issued a warning for strong to severe storms across the Chicagoland area today. Forecasters say storms could bring damaging winds, large hail, and possibly tornadoes, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. WIIL Rec Sports. Brought to you by Pratt's Chimney Service for cleaning, repairs, and rebuilds. Go to prattschimney.com. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cleveland Guardians 9-5 to avoid a 3-game series sweep. The Brewers are off today and host the Twins tomorrow night. The Marlins topped the Chicago Cubs 3-1 to end a 3-game slide and avoid a series sweep. Cubs host the crosstown White Sox tomorrow. Chicago White Sox beat the slumping Cincinnati Reds 4-2 for their season-high 3rd consecutive win. Series finale this afternoon. Milwaukee Admirals in the division finals tonight, game 1 against the Texas Stars. And the 2025 NFL schedule has been released, and I am pissed. Both the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers have some exciting matchups lined up, including 2 head-to-head games. Did you see this? They play. You remember how I was excited?
3 weeks apart.
You remember how I was excited because I was like, oh, if the 20th is in Chicago in December, that means that the Packers will have the earlier game. That's usually how it works out. Like they'll have a fall game. I mean, I guess technically it's still fall, but yeah, 3 weeks earlier. It's like December 7th or something. Or December,
which will live in infamy.
It pisses me off because I'm like, the last couple of years, it's been so cold in Lambeau going to those Packer Bear games, and now, nope, still going to be cold.
So we're December 7th at Lambeau.
Yeah.
And then when is Chicago? Oh, December 20th.
Yeah, it's stupid. I'm not happy about it.
I always like to look at the away schedule for the Packers and find a team that's somewhere warm when it's cold out.
Yeah.
Here are the Packers away trip options. The Vikings in January.
No, thank you.
The Bears in December. Denver in December. Detroit in November. Dome. New York in November. There's nothing. Pittsburgh. They're in Arizona in October when it's not horrible here. They don't. There used to be, now when the division had, when it was the NFC Central or whatever it was, and it had Tampa Bay in it.
Mm-hmm. So it was.
So once a year, you can plan a trip, whether you're a Bear fan or Packer fan, to go to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And be warm and put your toes in the sand and kick the crap out of a horrible team. And then it changed. They're not in the division anymore, and they don't suck like they consistently used to.
They don't. Can't count on them to lose.
Buccaneers, you had one job. One job. You know, they lost every game their first season. Yeah. I mean, that's a team you want in your division. Now, anyway.
And neither team will play on Christmas either, so.
Bears got some interesting games, but their away schedule has weak for the warmness. They got San Fran, and it's always cold there. That's late in the season. I don't know.
It's always cold there?
Yeah.
It's always cold in San Francisco?
The coldest winter I ever spent was the summer I spent in San Francisco.
Really?
That's what they say. I went one time, and I thought, okay, it's California. It's August. You know, we went for a baseball game.
I've never been.
And I packed wrong. I packed like I was going to California in August. I should have packed like I was going to New England in November. Could be 70. Might be 30.
Yeah.
We froze our asses off.
Oh.
Yeah, so well, there you go. It's Bears and Packers schedule. Yeah, they're not very exciting this year. The schedule
just ruined my plans that I was talking about yesterday.
I was hoping 10-7 for both teams.
Yeah.
What do you think?
For record wise?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, how many murders they've committed and how many they've gotten away with. They've committed 10 murders, they've gotten away with 7.
I'm still thinking about dates. I was like, you wanted an October 7th.
They're playing both their games October 7th. It's the first NFL home-and-home doubleheader. They play in Green Bay early in the morning, then they drive to Chicago, stop at the Mars Cheese Castle for lunch, and then drive the rest of the way. Pick up a little spotted cow.
10-7 would be nice. Yeah.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
Somebody said I posted the schedule last night. I said 10-7. I didn't say for which teams. I think both teams are capable of that.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin says Tom must have taken an edible before the post's laughy face. And I said, question mark. Also, yes. I'm just being optimistic.
Right.
You know?
That's okay. You put it out. You put that in the universe.
Both teams could suck. I don't know what to expect from either team.
No.
And that's the joy of I look forward to football, even though baseball season is still going on. I like both.
I don't want to talk about football because that means that the
summer's over.
So
we're wishing summer away.
I'm good. I want to live in the present.
So, and it will change the subject. I apologize. So, do you have New Year's Eve plans yet? Coming up, we'll talk about those. Also, we'll get to your kicker. We're a little behind.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's open phone Thursday, 800-223 9510, call now, talk or text, get on the air, say whatever you want. You can be the first caller. Tell somebody you love them, somebody you hate them, plug your business, plug your band, sing a song, dream, an impossible dream, whatever you got. 800-223-9510. It is OPT at Will Rock.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the GPS directions first, before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Summer's here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice tan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan? Happily, yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. 300,000 in unreal treasures are at Potawatomi. For a chance to win your share, just play with your rewards card. Don't miss Unreal Treasures at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Sinus and snoring, MD, if you've got sinus problems, nasal problems, sleep apnea, snoring, any of those problems, Sinus and Snoring MD, the place to go. They will get those problems fixed. It's in their name. You can't put something in your name without it, being true, I would assume. I mean, it's the Will Rock Morning Show, and we are on in the morning. Yeah, see? Dr. Swerdlin is the same way with his name, sinus and snoring. They can fix sinus problems. And snoring is really one of their biggest things, if not their biggest thing. When you snore, you're actually not getting a great night's rest. The people around you think you are, and they're mad at you because you're making sure they don't get a great night's rest, but you're not sleeping that well. You're not breathing that well. You could end up with sleep apnea. You could end up with headaches. You could end up with some really bad things going on. Sinus and Snoring MD will give you the exam. They'll tell you your treatment options, and they'll make it better. So whether it's snoring, sleep apnea, allergies, they can take care of that. They'll get you hooked up. They've got 4 locations, so they're nearby, 2 in Wisconsin, 2 in Illinois. And if you call their number, which is Leah, 262
444 0095.
But how do we remember that? 262 is the Wisconsin area code.
Angels.
444 for some reason is Angels.
It is. Google it.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm not going to Google it now.
00 loser
95. So
Radio
when we sing
station.
the jingle 262-444-0095, we sing it Wisconsin Angels loser radio station today. It's Open Phone Thursday. We don't have a question yet. We'll wait and see if one comes up, as they say in the biz, organically. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got one.
No.
Hi, Will Rock. OPT, who's this? Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Hello. Yeah. What's up?
Sorry. The last time I called for OPT, there was actually a hold music.
Was there nothing when you were on hold?
Oh no, I was hearing you guys talking. I thought it was.
Well,
okay.
we might have been playing music at that time on the air, so that's why you heard music. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, what's your name? What's your name?
My name's Alex.
Alex, where are you calling from?
Well, I'm driving to work. I live in Kenosha.
All right.
Work in Waukegan.
All right. Sorry.
I just called to say that the guy that called last week, that was trying to sell his house. I saw it. I saw it posted on Realtor.com. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, did you buy it?
Yeah. No.
No.
It didn't even occur to me to try and buy it.
I met the
I
guy.
just recognized the address.
I met the guy. He came out to the 501 Club party.
Yeah.
I met him, and I was making fun of all the wood grain in his house and all that stuff. And so, I gave him a T-shirt, try and feel better for making him sad about it. He bought that house when he was like, what did he say?
22
or something.
Yeah.
When I was 22, I had a hard time buying a pair of pants.
Right.
So, and now he's selling it. So I hope he gets a good chunk of money for it. I explained to him that you bury St. Joseph, I think it is.
And he bought it.
Upside down in your front yard, and it's got to be
just seems
facing
like a ticket to hell.
When we were trying to sell our first house, it wouldn't sell, and we did that. I was out in New York, and she was here, and we're like, I guess we're never gonna get back together. It would have been. But so we buried the thing, and like 2 days later, the house sold. And so I hope it works for the guy. He was a very nice guy. He came out. He's very quiet. He didn't hang by us much. He kind of hang back and. And then he was
It was his first time.
Yeah, but he said he was going to do if you Google that, that's supposed to be a thing.
I had to Google it because I didn't believe you.
I didn't either. I Googled me in front of the guy, and there it was. So I hope he sells his house. What are you selling? You got a house or a building?
In the next few months, I'll probably try and sell my house. Yeah.
Well, we're your all realty channel. I don't know if he sold his yet. I hope he calls or texts us and lets us know. So we'll see. Now we're realtors.
We wear many hats.
That was just fun to hear. In all the years I've been listening, I've never heard that.
That might have been the first house we sold. Yeah. So or tried to sell.
It hasn't sold yet.
Shh, it will because Tom and Leah Realtors let us sell your home today. All right. Well, let us know when it's time to sell the home. Okay.
I will think about it. Yeah. I love listening to you guys when I get the chance, and just wanted to say hi.
Thanks, Alex. Have a good day, man.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Now, bye.
Bye. Hi and bye.
Hi and bye.
There's Alex. Open phone Thursday. It rolls on 800-223-9510.
84 and humid for today.
What do you want to sell? Or, we'll do Tradio, whatever you got. Anything goes on Open Phone Thursday. Free speech. Here's Sleep Theory. Static. 95 will rock. Sleep there at Will Rock. Tom and Leah, Will Rock Morning Show. Open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
It's Luke. How you doing this morning, guys?
What up, Luke?
I had a question. So I'm listening. The original time that your former boss said you're so fired. Do you have that bit someplace? Because I think that would be funny.
I don't know where that. You're so fired. I don't even know what that bit is from, and I only play it now because I was having I don't know, we were drinking beer, and I said, "Is it okay with you if I still use that drop because it is so apropos and I like hearing your voice?" And
you're so fired.
So he said, "Yeah." He said, "I can go ahead and use it." I don't know. It was just
every time you play that.
It was just something I always said to people. And so he turned it around and said it to me. And I was joking. I'm like, "You're so fired," or whatever. And he turned it around and
you're so fired.
There it is. So
but you don't know the original.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for, for the locks to change. Whatever.
Quit manifesting that.
I'm not manifesting.
That's going to happen.
Well, it happens to everybody in this business. I'm just behind the curve anyway, Luke. So you ever been fired, Luke?
Not everybody. No, I have not been fired. No, I only had 2 jobs in my life, 3 jobs in my life, though. So.
Well, keep trying, little guy. You'll get a you'll get a fourth. You'll get a fourth. All right. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, eventually I get fired, maybe.
All right.
I screw up hard enough, maybe.
You and me, buddy. You and me, and then we'll meet for drinks, okay?
All right. Have a good day.
See you, Luke. The only time I got fired was I wanted to get fired. I told my boss what he could go and do to a sheep. And so
to sheep?
It was sheep.
Oh, sheep. Did he have any
sheep? You seem okay, but sheep, you have an issue with that piece of cotton being abused.
Well, I was just wondering how you would abuse a piece of cotton.
Well, I abused the hell out of my sheets when I was in my teens.
Now I want to know if he
my
actually had sheep.
Looked like a brothel.
Oh, gross.
Well, I was young and excitable. No, he didn't. I was done with him, and it was the end of my contract, and I was like,
here
when I worked
go.
for housing in college. I was like, that's summertime already. And I was just like, the guy was a jag. And I wanted to go camping with my friends. So I lost. It was the last day of my contract. They docked me a half day. I'm like, really? Well, that's fun.
That's all?
Yeah, Larry. Anyway, and then have you ever had to fire anyone? Have you been fired?
I've been fired, yeah. Just once.
Oh, bunch of okay.
No, just once, yeah.
Right.
And it was stupid.
Well, why? What'd you do?
I yelled.
At a boss?
No,
just in general.
Yeah.
You're fired, Leah.
Yeah, very much, yeah.
That's weird.
It was a long story.
Have you ever fired anybody?
I don't want to talk badly about him because he's no longer with us.
I was going to say, I thought you said
he was a
here.
dick.
Oh, okay. Right.
He was a dick.
All right. And then have you ever fired anybody?
I've never fired anybody, but I've been in the room while someone's been being fired, and that's awkward enough for me. So.
I had to fire people.
Oh. Yeah, not a fan.
And it was not my idea. Like, it came from above, and I was like,
this sucks.
The one girl cried.
Yeah.
She was so sweet. And I'm like, oh.
I know. I remember when my boss called me and he was like, "Hey, I have to fire you. It's coming from above and I hate this." And it was like right before Christmas and I'm bawling.
Must have been a radio job.
No, it wasn't. But
radio, that's when they fire people is right before Christmas.
Oh, nothing says Merry Christmas. Here's your bonus.
It's weird in that they want to notice from you when you're leaving, but they'll come in and just
zero notice.
Especially in radio when, like I've been doing mornings for 33 years and then suddenly I'm not going to be there. That's just cruel to me and the listeners.
Right.
And you make your efforts make millions and millions and millions of dollars for people. And then that's what they haven't done that to me yet, but that's what they do.
Yeah.
Lester, or whatever, whoever, anybody, not just here, anybody in radio, they do that. And it's, if you came to me and said, "Look, we're gonna have to let you go," I'd say, "Hey, can I get a week to say goodbye to people?" And I wouldn't be a dick about it. I've never been a bad employee. I've never, I have one write-up, and it was because I was in the room when somebody else screwed something up, So I just think that it's not fair. And and I've said that to my bosses here. I go, when it happens, it's all good. You don't need to call the police or anything. I would like a week to say goodbye. And
a week is even
not right. I would like a farewell tour. So I'm saying this out loud because we have new bosses, and I know they're listening from time to time, figuring out who to fire. So she's been through it before. She can handle it. I am a fragile doll, and I will cry, and it'll be horrible. Plus, you'll have tens of people really angry,
so mad.
When I go, some of the money goes, and I think that's the only reason that it has.
That you're still here, yeah, probably.
Anyway, but we're getting new bosses. The old bosses sold the place.
And I hear that they really like
radio. Yeah. The old bosses love radio in that it makes them money.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him to shut up now. Play commercial announcement. We still have 3 months firing. Not so hard right now. I love our bosses. I'm kidding. They're good people. 6:52.
84 and humid today. Storms possible later on today. 60 overnight. 84 mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 67 in Antioch and 55 in Lake Forest.
Open phone Thursday continues. 800-223-9510. Call now. Get you on hold. You can get on the air. Say whatever you want for OPT or text us. 800-223-9510. Tonight we take it out on the road. The very first. This is the first big summer event that we're doing.
Kicking off.
We got our rock and rides, of course, and then we have our, what else do we do? Summerfest ticket stops.
Yep.
And then this
Blarney
Island on Friday nights. That begins next Friday?
Yep.
Yeah. But this is the very first of our summer events. Find Your Beach bar tour. And it's going to be like 80. The beer garden, my beer garden in my yard is open. They have a sign up that says Jesse Oaks. I don't know what that's all about, but come on out to my beer garden tonight for the very first Find Your Beach bar tour. With Corona, we have your chance to qualify for the Cabin Fever Getaway. Somebody's going to win our giant Corona bobblehead, or at least qualify tonight. $5.50 Corona Extra and Premier 16-ounce cans on special. Concert tickets and more. Things start at 7 tonight. Get there early. Get a good spot in the beer garden. 7 o'clock, Jesse Oaks, Old Gages Lake Road, off Gages Lake Road. And Gages Lake, we'll see you there with Corona and Will Rock.
Those are nervous laughs, not funny laughs. Your hands are cold.
Sorry, Elmo.
Authorities in New Jersey raided a massage parlor last week which was suspected of being involved in prostitution and money laundering. And it was a big success. They recovered.
They all got laid and bags of cash. This was a successful raid, boys. Let's go to the bar. And this money's very clean. Well, yes, it's been laundered. It's very clean money. They've laundered it. You know what money laundering is?
I do.
Explain so people know. You don't know.
I know what it is. I've watched Ozark.
Have you laundered money?
In a way.
Yeah,
that I don't care to talk about on the radio.
I don't need the IRS finding out about the money that I made look legit.
Mm-hmm.
It's money that you get in a nefarious way or that perhaps you do not wish to pay taxes. It's just money you got, and you need to get it into your money supply without it looking like you're a drug lord or somebody who happened to get a little extra money somehow and just wanted.
It's harder these days to find people, though, that are willing to accept cash.
Yeah.
Because that's a good way to.
That's a great way to. Here's how to launder money with Leah from the Will Rock Morning Show. Buy everything in cash. I'd like an Escalade. Here's a bag of money.
No big item purchases.
Don't
it's
do
be
that.
Smaller.
Raises, but aren't they firing IRS agents? I think we can do anything we want.
Oh, like paying for your kids' preschool at the church.
Yeah. Here's some cash. Please take care of little Timmy. Yeah.
I may or may not have done that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, they recovered more than $750,000.
That is very hard to launder. I'm going to need more children down to the preschool,
including $600,000 in cash that was sewn inside a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Elmo doesn't want any more money in his butt. That's not the tickle me Elmo laugh. That's the nervous. I'm afraid you don't even use lube laugh.
Does Elmo have a safe word?
Elmo wants a safe word, but Rosita's a freak. Rosita wants to have more Elmo Muppet freak-offs. No, Rosita, no.
Right?
Who's Rosita?
That's one of the other Muppets.
Oh.
Do you know they have other Muppets?
Only one that would know another Muppet's
name.
I
didn't know. Like Rosita came after I was done Muppeting or whatever.
Then me too.
And there's Dippity Doo or whatever or Abby Cadabby. Do you know that one?
No.
Emily acted like I was a moron because I didn't know who Abby Cadabby was. If anybody's doing drugs on Sesame Street,
Abby Cadabby.
Look up Abby Cadabby. But you look at her and it's like that's like she's doing like Molly or
she definitely is laundering money too.
She's going to those what is the music, the EDM?
Oh yeah.
I'm Abby Cadabby. Who wants to do a little Molly? We can pull it out of Elmo's butt and do it. No, Elmo's done being a drug mule, a drug Muppet.
Volbeat on Will Rock, Tom and Leo Will Rock Morning Show. It is 7:03. It is Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. You call now. I answer, and then we have a little conversation. We don't have a question yet. I don't know what the question would be.
Have you ever not eaten for 3 days?
Have you ever not eaten for 3 days? You all right? You hate the world?
Kind of. My head hurts. I have a headache.
You know what that might be?
I'm hungry.
Not eating for 3 days.
Yeah. But there's so many benefits to it. It says that
It says.
I
saw it online, and then there was a sheet of paper, and then the little pouches in the box that say, "You're going to be so happy."
No, other than the mental clarity that I had said to you, it's supposed to be super beneficial. It eliminates bad cells and then rejuvenates.
There's all that
cells.
mental clarity we've been talking about. This is,
I don't know. Maybe it happens at the end of the 72 hours.
Later. Yeah. It's retroactive mental clarity on your deathbed.
I'm like, wait a second, I see it.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. Congratulations with that.
I'm so close.
You are. It's just remarkable. I can't wait to start.
8 o'clock tonight is 72 hours.
Is that when you eat? Yeah.
Well, I don't want to eat at 8 o'clock at night, though. So
what should Leah's last meal be in prison? First meal be when she gets out of starvation prison. If you hadn't eaten for 3 days, what's the first thing you would eat?
Yeah.
There you go.
You feel that way when you're sick, when you're you've got the flu, the stomach flu. You're like, I can't wait to just
food.
Yeah, I can't wait to just eat a taco or whatever it is.
800-223-9510. Your Open Phone Thursday, but also the first thing you would eat after starving yourself for 3 days or starving for 3 days or
fasting. It's called fasting. There's a word for it.
Yeah, right. I got you. And cows are called beef. Whatever. I'm fooled. It's 7:05.
84 and humid for today. Storms possible later on. 60 overnight. 84 mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 55 in Waukegan and 61 in Volo. Now, if you're booking an Airbnb, you might skip over the long list of amenities because it is kind of long. You're like, all right, yeah, I got it. You got this and that. But this is something that you should look out for that is on the way after the 95 WIIL wreck, 95-second update. 3 people were hospitalized after a 2-vehicle crash in Buffalo Grove caused an SUV to become partially submerged in a pond. Emergency responders rescued the occupants from the water, and all were transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Tyrone Jones, a 37-year-old convicted felon from Elgin, was sentenced to 6 years in prison after shooting a man in the foot in Harvard and trying to flee. He was caught with a firearm, meth, and cocaine, and later pleaded guilty to 2 felonies in a plea deal that led to more serious charges being dropped. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cleveland Guardians 9-5 to avoid a 3-game series sweep. The Brewers are off today and host the Twins tomorrow. The Marlins topped the Chicago Cubs 3-1 to end a 3-game slide and avoid the series sweep. The Cubs host the Crosstown White Sox tomorrow. Chicago White Sox beat the slumping Cincinnati Reds 4-2 for their season-high 3rd consecutive win. Series finale this afternoon. Milwaukee Admirals in the division finals. That starts tonight, Game 1 against the Texas Stars. And the 2025 NFL schedule has been released, and both the Bears and Green Bay Packers have some exciting matchups lined up, including 2 head-to-head games. Neither team will play on Christmas.
Wait, 2 head-to-head? The Bears are playing the Packers twice next season?
In the same month.
Oh, all right. Well, that meant a different thing. Yeah, a couple weeks apart. I like them stretched out.
I wanted a fall game in Lambeau.
Right, stretch them out.
I'm so pissed.
And the bye week is like the 5th week or something like that. You don't want that because you're just getting fired up for football. Plus, the team doesn't have that many injuries. Like the teams get the later bye weeks. They get to rest their guys when there's more guys that need it. It's just bleh. I'm not a fan. And the away games are bleh. So
not a fan.
No.
And finally, if you're booking an Airbnb, you might skip over the amenities unless you're looking for a specific one. Like if I'm getting an Airbnb, I want like a pool or something.
Yeah.
But most of them don't matter. There's we got a tea kettle and measuring spoons and outlet covers and reading material. But here's something that you should look out for.
Yeah.
That is hot water.
Yeah, I don't want a place that has hot water. When I'm traveling, I like a miserable, icy cold shower. Good point, Leah.
No, you want to
Icky,
make sure
hot water. Ugh.
you want to make sure hot water is
Oh, they
an
do
amenity.
have hot water. Yeah.
A woman named Tanya, she's going viral after she shared her interaction with an Airbnb host who messaged her to say that there was a temporary issue with the hot water at the property she rented.
How did she know it was temporary?
I don't know. It was less than, maybe they needed a new hot water heater and they couldn't get to it. I don't know the details
But how does
there.
Tanya know their situation?
Tanya doesn't. Tanya said
to
that
her it's forever.
Tanya, no, the Airbnb host told Tanya.
said it's temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary. She's the host. It's her house, and she let
Tanya.
Tanya's the renter.
Right, I get that.
Okay.
Who said it was temporary, though? Tanya
host.
or the host?
Yes, the host messaged her and said there's a temporary issue with the hot water at the property that she had just booked.
All right.
Okay.
So if you're Tanya, you say, well, will it be working when I'm there?
Well, it was less than a week before her stay, so she asked if she could be refunded if it wasn't fixed before she arrived. They said that they're unable to offer a refund in this situation because hot water was not included as an amenity in the booking. They apologized for the inconvenience.
That's a loophole.
And
right
appreciated her understanding.
Yeah, but you're going to get zero. She's not going to understand. You're going to get 0 stars out of Tanya, right?
Yeah, your
I'm not
score
going
is
to a place
going
with a cold.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Especially.
Are they going to fix it?
No.
They're going with that. Is it 5 stars to 0 stars?
It's got to be
0 star. You know what? I read a 5-star review and I read, you know what? The whole time I was there, I didn't want to do anything because I was freezing in the shower.
Right.
5 stars if you want to freeze to
I mean,
death.
Ryan would be okay going there.
Yeah.
That's all
He's
he
a
takes.
cold shower
That's
guy?
all he takes is cold showers.
You need to start giving it up
the
once
entire
in a while,
time.
Leah.
Oh, he'll tell you why. It boosts your immunity and it's good for your mental clarity.
Is that true though? Do you go in and there's no steam on the mirror? He's taking cold for real.
I could hear him taking cold showers the first time he
How can
started
you hear
doing
cold?
it.
He screams.
I thought he was doing something else in there. I opened up the door. I'm like, what is happening?
What does he sound like?
That's what he sounds like. I'm not kidding.
He sounds like, what does he sound like? What does
Don't
he
make me do it again.
I didn't do it one more
Just
time.
come to my house.
How does he? I don't want to hear that in person.
That's what he sounds like. Ryan taking a cold shower.
I don't
Ask
even
him.
remember what we're talking about. I'm just enjoying having you do that. I'll edit those together and we'll hear how all 3 of the segments sound back to back. Coming up, Leah has the big O.
That is not what I sound like.
Oh,
but,
all right.
yeah.
How do you sound?
I can't do it.
She's
It's
like,
been too long.
She's like, oh.
Oh.
Please identify yourself.
WIIL, Union Grove, Gurnee, Arlington Heights, Buffalo Grove.
On air, on your phone, and on your smart device.
95 Will Rock. From Milwaukee to Chicago. Listen anywhere at 95willrock.com.
Brought to you by Merlin Complete Auto Care. At Merlin Complete Auto Care, we offer easy and affordable payment options that give you the flexibility to fix it now and pay later. Visit Merlins.com for more information and to find your nearest location. Merlin Complete Auto Care.
It is Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Tony.
What's your name?
Tony.
Tony.
Tony. What's
Hey,
up?
Tony.
What's up, Tony? What's up over by you?
Just hanging out. I was wanting to promote a garage sale for Open Phone Thursday.
Yeah. Where's the garage, Tony?
It's in Grays Lake. The address is 555 Dawn Circle.
They got when is it? Is that a Friday to Saturday thing or what?
Today, tomorrow, and Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Now, are there early sales? Garage sale pros will show up early while people are setting up and say, "Hey, can I look now?" Because they want to get best, shot at the stuff. And a lot of people when they promote them will say no early sales because they don't want people, lingering around.
Right.
Tony, can there be early sales? Can somebody go right now? When does it open, Tony?
9 o'clock.
All right. Can somebody go right now? 9 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday?
Yeah.
You really want to get rid of your crap, Tony. What are the highlights? Is there early sales? Can somebody show up now and beat the crowd by an hour and 45 minutes?
Well, I'm still setting up everything right now, so they're willing to look if they can. Yeah.
And there it is. Early sales. Head on over to Tony's right now. I hope we're not swatting someone. It's really your place, right, Tony?
It is my house, yes.
555 where?
Dawn
Circle.
Yeah. All right. What
In
town?
Grays Lake.
Grays Lake. What do you got, Tony? What's the good stuff?
We got some little Tykes play stuff for outside.
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of tools.
Yeah.
Got some little decorations here and there for household stuff.
Can I drop some of my CDs off and will you sell them for me, Tony?
Sure, why not?
All right. If we had a morning show crew right now, when we used to have a third person, we used to have 4 or 5 people, but when we had a stunt monkey, I would have right now had them go to my storage locker, get all my CDs, and drop them off by Tony. Will people buy compact discs? Do you think, Tony?
I don't know. I guess if they're like $1 a piece, I'm sure they would.
$1? Cool. I was thinking $0.25. So all right, there we go. All right. Tony.
Yes.
555 Dawn Circle in Grays Lake. Go now. Tony's setting up. You can get first crack at his stuff. Give us a call. Let us know if there's anything good. And if anybody wants to swing by and pick up my CDs.
I think.
All right. Tony, have a good sale, okay?
All right, man. Thanks. Have a good day.
You too, Tony.
Now we're doing garage sales.
Yeah, this is exciting.
It's just like we're our AM station. Coming up, your chance to win $10.50 on the Money Wheel. 716.
84 and humid today.
Pete comes in and kicks the crap out of me. He's like,
It's my money wheel.
Money Wheel's ours. Get your hands off the cash. Thinking about riding my motorcycle from House of Harley to my remote tonight at Jesse Oaks.
Wow, that's going to be a far drive. Make sure you're gassed up.
26 feet.
Oh,
so, yeah,
boy.
yeah. No, but I'm going to go out and go the long way. Go
Oh,
out and
you're going to go all the way around.
Yeah, roll around gauges.
It's a scenic view.
Yeah. No, but I'm like 45-minute ride. They're like, you live next door. I'm like, I took the long way. It is a beautiful day to ride the motorcycle.
Be really nice.
And it is a beautiful motorcycle. I was talking to Mark yesterday from House of Harley Davidson and Jeff about this is the best, my favorite bike I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, they got, I don't know how it's like lighter, but yet it's still a full-on street glide. The electronics package is, wait until you see the electronics thing on this.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, I haven't seen your bike yet.
Better than the one in my car.
What?
And it's a little, I think I'm a little lower this year with it. Check out the new street glides. You'll be like, what is with it? And it's the first bike I've gotten where and it had like, I got pipes too. And I always thought, I'm not a fan of pipes. I'm not a big loud pipe guy, and they're not super loud, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I get into a tunnel or under a larger bridge. Sorry, I like that. Whatever. It makes me feel so good to ride the motorcycle. If you got something going on in your head, wind therapy is a real thing. You get on the bike, you ride, you focus on the ride, and you're with your thoughts, and it is incredible. They've got the bike you want, whether it's a pre-ridden bike or you want a new Harley. They've got them all. Huge selection right now. House of Harley Davidson. They'll talk to you. They get you hooked up with financing. And if you're like one day, well, don't wait for one day. Do it now. And if your bike needs some service done, don't waste time. A lot of places, we can get you in a month or 2 months or whatever. They have express lane service at House of Harley Davidson, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, same day service. Tires, oil changes, headlights, batteries, foot controls, hand controls, and a whole bunch more. They'll get you in and out and back riding. House of Harley Davidson on Layton in Greenfield, the place to be this weekend. One of, if not the best ride of the year, the annual Support the Troops ride is Saturday, and House of Harley Pet Fest. Even if you're a cager, you drive a car, great to go to Pet Fest. House of Harley this Saturday. Details, pre-registration for the ride online at houseofharleydavidson.com. Open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Nicole!
Hello!
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
Can you guys, please? Nicole is from Union Grove. Nicole, Leah has been fasting for, is it fasting we're saying?
Yeah.
Fasting, not eating for 3 days. First thing you would eat if you hadn't eaten for 3 days?
One of my dad's homemade cheeseburgers.
Oh.
All right. Where's your dad live?
In heaven.
Oh.
Okay, so he's not going to be able to, he can't.
Can you recreate a cheeseburger?
Do you know how to make your dad's cheeseburger recipe?
Yes, I do.
What does it
never
include?
the same,
Is
though.
it cheese and burger?
Yes, and bun.
Well, and bun. It's exotic. What made it so good? Why was your dad's cheeseburger just because it was made with love? No, why was it the best cheeseburger?
They were the biggest burgers that he ever made. They were like the size of your head, and it took you like 3 days to eat them.
Just a honking burger. That's what I made for my kids, and they would be like, "Dad, are you gonna make dad burgers tonight?" Because it was like a meatloaf on a bun, and I put all sorts of stuff in it. I'm not just like some people are just like just meat and burger. I put stuff in my burgers, and I had a recipe. I wish your dad was around so we could have some burgers together, Nicole. That's a good burger, Leah. Is burger on the list?
I honestly think we might have to come up with a new question.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting too hungry.
Yeah. I don't know if I could sit here and talk about it.
What is the most disgusting thing you ever ate, Nicole? Because food is horrible, isn't it? I can tell you mine.
It's everywhere, you guys, and we think about it so often. You don't realize how much you're thinking about food until you're not eating food, and that's part of the reset.
You don't know you have a sore throat until you don't know how often you swallow until you have a sore throat. Right. You don't know Like if I fast like that when I was juicing, I didn't notice how often I just wandered to the fridge for the hell
and
of it.
looked in the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What's up? I look in the fridge all the time.
Yeah.
Just to make sure the light turns on when I open it.
With mine is
I gotta make sure the little gnome still has his job.
Well, so we all have our reason. That's where I keep my television. So I know it's a little weird, but I like the shows to be a little colder. What's up with you, Nicole? What can we do today? Anything?
Nothing. Just wanted to call. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been crazy busy.
Yeah.
Miss you guys.
Yeah.
Are you still no cigs?
Are you still
No
cigarette?
cigs.
Good for you, Nicole.
Woo!
Keep it up.
No cigs.
Keep it up. All right. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you, Nicole.
Too. There's Nicole.
Hardest thing I ever did was quit smoking.
Yeah.
And I could go back to it like that.
Yeah. I quit 59 years ago, right out of the womb. And
right out of it. Yeah.
every day I crave another punch of nicotine right through my umbilical cord.
Won't die.
So do you want? Well, just don't eat it all right at 8:00 tonight. Just roll it back a little. Don't
thinking
go
maybe
to the
a
buffet.
hard-boiled egg.
Okay. So, do you want to continue doing the question of what would be your first thing to eat when you? So you don't want to eat your best thing when it's what?
No, I'm not going to eat.
You don't want to ramp up.
I'm not going to eat a taco at 8:00 tonight.
Yeah. Is that your best thing?
Oh, I love a taco.
Yeah.
And you could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, there's breakfast tacos, there's midday tacos, there's dessert tacos.
That was my favorite cabin fever meal, was the place that had tacos at the breakfast buffet, but they weren't breakfast tacos. They were just regular tacos. I'm like, why you can eat that? Was
why not?
That was how we got in trouble at the Navy base where Duco got arrested. We had him go in and try and get tacos because that Taco Bell would sell tacos early in the morning, regular tacos. And then he ended up in Navy jail. In the brig. And
they let him out shortly after,
No,
right?
not shortly. It was a couple hours.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, oh, Duco's good. And then I went to the general manager at the time and I said, Duco got, taken in at the Navy base. They thought we actually like snuck in. But and her first, she was concerned. She was very concerned about the van. She's like, we need that van this weekend. I'm like, did you miss the part about one of our employees being in Navy jail?
We got to help him.
We got to get the van. Radio. We're valued members of the team. It is 7:30 now. Do you want to change the question since you're
yeah, all this talk of food it's really taunting me.
It's the most disgusting thing you ever ate. We can go the other way and talk about how horrible food is.
All right, I'll
tell you mine too.
Okay.
And it like the most disgusting thing that you ever had. I had a guy, I have a disgusting drop in. I forget. This is a guy that actually called the show and he was talking about something we did or said, and I don't remember what it was, but he's like, disgusting. So there you go. The most disgusting thing you ever ate, whether it was on accident or on purpose.
Yeah.
I would say the most disgusting thing you ever had in your mouth, but I think that's a different question for a different day.
Yeah.
800-223-9510, talk or text, same number for Open Phone Thursday. Also, 3-lock box, key number 3, still out there. We'll get you another clue from the mind of Jen Marr. Coming up next, your chance to win one of those trips, thanks to Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha.
84 and humid for today. Storms possible later on. 60 overnight, 84, mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 60 in Spring Grove and 57 in Lake Forest. And there's a first time for everything. And it's just funny that this has come up after the week that we've had. That is on the way. After the 95 WIIL Rock, 95 second update. Waukegan police officer Timothy Shook pleaded guilty to theft after submitting false overtime timesheets for shifts he didn't work, including being paid while sitting at home. As part of a plea deal, he was ordered to repay $1,609 and will be decertified as a police officer. More serious charges were dropped in exchange for the misdemeanor plea. A driver was hospitalized after being trapped in a 2-vehicle crash that shut down part of Route 14 in Cary on Tuesday morning. Emergency crews responded promptly to the scene, and the roadway was later reopened after the driver was extricated and transported to the hospital. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Plumbers and Steam Fitters, UA Local 118, Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVAC Techs in southeastern Wisconsin. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cleveland Guardians 9-5. Brewers are off today. They'll host the Twins tomorrow night. Marlins tap the Chicago Cubs 3-1. Cubs host the crosstown White Sox tomorrow. And the Chicago White Sox beat the Cincinnati Reds 4-2. Series finale this afternoon. Milwaukee Admirals in the division finals, game 1 tonight against the Texas Stars. In the 2025 NFL schedule has been released, and both the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers have some exciting matchups lined up, including 2 head-to-head games, but both of those games are in December. Neither team will play on Christmas. And finally, what is something that we have had this last week twice? Like it just keeps popping up.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
that twice in 1 week. I was like, wow. Yeah.
I must have done something right.
What's going on? No, twice this week.
They're both in the studio right now.
Bobbleheads. We have
can't get away from the bobbleheads.
The ComTube is up and running. I can show it off. We got from Hardy. He said, I mean, you know what I'm going to do? I made a web page for this. I'm going to post it right now so people can see. If you go to 95willrock.com, it says Meet Jim Bob.
Did you get his backside too?
I didn't.
Because his Pall Malls are in his back.
He's got a pack of Pall Malls hanging out his back there. Hardy sent us this, and I can't, according to Elwood, they this is just a promo item, and I'm like, if they sold these,
I think they'd make some
big
scratch,
money.
right?
There's a Hardy bobblehead. That's Jim Bob from the song.
He looks like a monkey, but
Look,
whatever.
I can put Jim Bob's head on my body. Hey, I'm Jim Bob. I'm on the radio. And then we have the giant Corona bobblehead, which you can sign up to win tonight at Jesse Oakson for all the Find Your Beach Bar Tour stops. So yes, and listen, but I know you're excited. You want to get to your story.
No, I'm listening.
And listen, they say everything comes in threes as well.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 bobbleheads. Here's our 3rd bobblehead of the week.
But this has to be the first. It has to be the first for something like this. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum.
It's in Wisconsin.
It is. And
I know the place.
It's unveiled limited edition bobbleheads of Tom.
I have no idea.
Our new
president.
Nope.
Our new.
I'm sure the president's had a bobblehead before, but I don't think a
ton of them. What?
I don't think a pope's ever had a bobblehead.
Pope bobble? I bet you there's a lot of Pope bobbleheads.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The first North American Pope, though.
Bobblehead.
Pope Leo.
There's a Pope Leo bobblehead.
The 2 designs feature the new Pope waving from the Vatican balcony and standing in traditional Pope attire.
Pope garb.
Yep. Each bobblehead is numbered, priced at $30 plus shipping. Get on it.
So if they're numbered, that means it's a limited edition.
Yes.
How many did they make?
They do not have
edition, where they're numbered. We've only made 1 trillion.
They didn't include the number.
Maybe
in the
they're
story.
not limited edition. Maybe they're just numbering.
No, it says limited edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not going to say, because it makes it sound like it's really limited. We're going to limit it to how many we can sell. So
it's available online with shipping expected in November. So you're going to have to wait. We're not going to get our 3rd bobblehead of the week.
I need it now. What am I going to do? I only have Jim Bob, and I want to put the Pope right next to him. Jim
Pope
Bob
and
the
Jim
Pope,
Bob hanging
they'd
out.
hang out. They'd be good. Pope is big. He smokes Pall Malls, too. A lot of people don't know. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, God. 800-223-9510 is open phone Thursday. Before that, Jen Mars 95 will rock 3 lockbox clue coming up next. .95 will rock 3 lockbox, presented by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. Somebody's got to find it. Jen Mars Key, and win the final of those 3 trips we have. 5-night stay at a Rio Palace Hotel and Resort property in Mexico or the Caribbean. We're just at the Rio in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
Rio's do a good job.
That was my first time at a Rio, and I gotta say, I don't know how you top it.
Box of booze hanging on the wall in the room.
I never tapped into that.
I don't usually either because I'm not a cocktail guy, but I know people who had to have
Live
their
for
bottles
it. Mhm.
replenished during the
Restocked,
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Rita's do a good job. And you get to pick whichever one in Mexico or the Caribbean. If you find this key, all you got to do is find it. You can get last week's clues now at 95willrock.com. If you missed any of this week's clues, they'll be posted at 5:30 tomorrow. And then a bonus clue will go out. Make sure you get that bonus clue. A lot of times that's what will spring you to find where the key is. You can get that by joining our tens of listeners casual text club at 95willrock.com on the Winstuff page. So this morning's clue.
What you got?
It could be a euphemism for sexy time.
It could.
And could is in all capitals. It could be a euphemism for sexy time. What could that mean? Figure it out.
Well, anything.
You'll find the key. Anything could be a euphemism for sexy time.
Yeah, like we say we're putting away laundry.
Yeah. I want to have a goiter with you.
Okay.
Does that turn you on?
Yeah, totally.
Let's get a goiter. I don't even know what a goiter is, but I don't think it
doesn't. It's not a sexy word.
Hey, you want to go rub the bunions? This is a good euphemism. Anything can be a euphemism for sexy time.
Okay, touche. You're right.
All right. It's got to be something a little.
Yeah.
You can't be gross. Who wants to go?
Who wants to go rub the bunions?
Eat a greasy pork sandwich in a dirty ashtray. That is turning you on.
Yeah.
Anyway, it could be a euphemism for sexy time. What does this mean? Where is the key? Figure it out and win the trip. 3-lock box thanks to Chevrolet of Kenosha, just east of I-94 and Highway 50. Ryu Hotels and Resorts, Travel Leaders, and Fun Jet Vacations. Another clue coming up at 12:30-ish. It is 7:41.
84 and humid for today.
Very exciting Disturbed news. If you missed it yesterday, if you're a motorcycle rider, I could not be more thrilled by this news. We will tell you what it is coming up after I Will Not Break. Disturbed on Will Rock. Big news about that band yesterday. That is Disturbed. I Will Not Break on Will Rock. Tom and Leah Will Rock Morning Show. Open phone Thursday, 746. It is 800-223-9510. That is the number to get you on to say whatever you want. Talk or text, same number for OPT.
84 and humid for today. Storms possible later on this afternoon. 60 overnight. 84 mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 57 in Zion and 67 in Wakanda.
I play a Disturbed song and magically he appears yesterday watching video, and Michael is at the Full Throttle Saloon in Sturgis getting ready for the rally, which is a couple months off, right?
Already starting?
Yeah. Well, that's a year-long activity out there. And here's the other guy from out there magically appears on my phone lines, Jesse James Dupree, one of my favorite rock stars all time. How you doing, sir?
What's up, guys?
Good to talk to you. I knew he would be up this morning, so we called. We wanted to talk to him about the big announcement yesterday. Disturbed coming to the Full Throttle Saloon.
What?
Yeah. Disturbed's going to play at my campsite in August for the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Jesse, this is
huge.
Other than the best night in Sturgis is Thursday night. The family reunion with Jackal. If you go out to South Dakota, if you don't go for the rally, go Thursday night to the Throttle, go to the Jackal show. Second biggest event this year at Sturgis, Disturbed at the Throttle. Congratulations on that's going to be a madhouse.
Well, the entire lineup this year is shaping up really nice. So, we have Tesla on the Monday night, and the guys at Tesla still, as lethal as ever. And then having Disturbed come in, it's going to be great. It's going to be, it's going to be the place to be this year. And, Disturbed is, they're on fire right now. I think they just sold out Madison Square Garden in the Forum in LA. So it'll be the biggest show of the rally.
How did that come about? Like, because that was not on their tour schedule or whatever. Did you run into Dave Draymond somewhere? Which, by the way, congratulations, he just got engaged. Or just all of a sudden it's like Disturbed's going to be at the Throttle. That's a big get for you guys.
We played a festival together not too long ago, and we were on stage, and David was on the side of the stage watching the show, and we came off stage, and he was back in the dressing room, and he was asking me how I was able to keep my voice singing the way that I do.
Yeah, that's
and he was surprised to find out that the secret is Taco Bell. But we had a good laugh and a good hang together. And then a mutual friend of ours, Frank Masterless, had always told each other that we would get along really well. So it's great. It's going to be an honor to have those guys play the 85th annual anniversary of
the big one this year. Yeah. Our first one that Baby Godzilla, Sean and I went to was the 75th annual, and that was the last year of the old Full Throttle Saloon, and I'm glad we got to do a broadcast there. When you're sad when it burned down. And the old Full Throttle Saloon, the old location, it looks like a bar just kind of got barfed all over South Dakota. Like, it was just and it was so eclectic and interesting, and just weird things everywhere. And now the new one, you can tell that everything that they learned from the old one is how they've engineered the new Full Throttle. So it's well designed and thought out, and the amenities are wonderful. And the bar itself is worth going and seeing. They have all these sculptures and things that are welded together. It's incredible. If you ever get through there during rally, go and check out the Throttle. But it's newer and it's less kitschy and more. But now, over the past decade, it's become the old one. They're getting all the weird things out there and all of that. Now, last year, you guys, was it last year or year before, moved the trestle bridges. They have train trestle bridges there. They moved them over there.
Those bridges over 100 years old, and we the original bar was a moment in time, and there's no way we could have ever replicated that.
No.
And,
yeah.
So we just had to, create something else that was a seventh wonder of the world.
Yeah.
And so when you walk into the new Full Throttle, what you're seeing now, and it's actually even older stuff because it's all turn of the century big machines from the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
And so it's a tribute. The new Full Throttle is a tribute to what made America great.
It's like a museum.
Revolution.
Yeah, it's like a museum and a bar together, and it's incredible. And we're working on line.
And the let's talk about the bridges. The bridges are going to be functioning this year, and next Tuesday the tickets go on sale, and you'll be able to get tickets to watch the concerts from those bridges.
But the trestles are incredible. I have pictures from the last year at the old Full Throttle that we took from up on those bridges, and it's just remarkable. The things it really is an experience, whether you ride motorcycles or not, that you should try one time in your life. Very cool, man. So,
it's a piece of it's a piece of America that everybody should be required to go and see. Because it's an amazing place.
What else this year at the Throttle? I know we're announcing shows now, but what else at the Throttle is new this year, and can people expect to see?
The Throttle this year, the bridges are going to be up. That's going to be incredible. Up at the swimming pool, we're adding another huge permanent canopy instead of where that tent was over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
There's going to be a massive roof over that portion of the pool. It's going to be really cool.
All right, very cool.
It's going to run the full length of the pool. We're about 90%. We're 90% sold out. So if you're thinking about getting out there, get your reservations at Pappy Hoyle Campground. PAPPYHOEL Campground. And also too, if you're staying at the campground starting today, you can go ahead and buy the tickets for the VIP areas and the bridges. And then we got a side stage package that includes food from like 7 to 8:30. It's really going to be a
awesome.
Great year this year. And so if you stayed at the property, you can get your tickets today. Check your emails because there'll be a special instructions on how you can get your tickets in advance. The public sale of the tickets go on next Tuesday at 10 a.m.
All right, and that'll sell out. So we got Tesla, we've got Disturbed, we've got the Jackal Show, and more soon. Pappy Hoyle Campground, Full Throttle Saloon, and Sturgis for the rally. Jesse, I'm looking forward to these shows. I'm sure I'll see you before then. Maybe we'll do some riding when we're out there this year. I got my bike from a house of Harley Davidson in Milwaukee, and we're ready to roll. So I'm sure we'll see you through this area this summer with all the Harley events and everything going on as well. So
House of Harley takes care of you.
Yeah, they're good guys. They're good.
So does I'd say House of Harley spoils you, right?
Yeah, and so does my friend Jesse. So does my friend, and I appreciate it. You're the one I brag about when it's like, who's in your phone? I got that's Jesse James Dupree, the greatest rock star in the history of rock stars. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us this morning. And modest.
Well, you have a great morning.
Fault. Thanks, Jesse.
Take care.
That Disturbed show.
I miss that.
At the Throttle.
That's going to be something. Are they going to bring their fire and stuff?
I imagine that's, I've seen bands there do that. And it's the 85th rally. We went, the first one was the 75th. There were 1 million bikes there. Just the Black Hills and all of that. Even if you don't ride, I encourage you to go through there sometime. It's
beautiful.
It's a life-changing experience. 7:54.
84 and humid today.
All right. Coming up, Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. And we'll get you a facial. You need a facial? A facial coming up next from the WIIL Rock Morning Show. We're talking about riding the motorcycle. I've been out on the bike from House of Harley Davidson, and the weather looks beautiful today. If you got a motorcycle, you know you're going to ride it today. There are people who are, first 45-degree day will do it. I'm not that hardcore, but I do love to ride. And every single day now, it seems like there's another motorcycle accident in the news. It seems like they're becoming more prolific. If that happens to you when you're out riding the bike, do not call your insurance company first. They're like, yay, they called us first. They're just going to try and pay you off and get you off the rolls and be done with you. Law Tigers is going to get you what you deserve. If you paid into that insurance, they're supposed to be there for you. If it's somebody else's insurance and they're at fault, you need to make sure you get what you deserve. Not only that you're taken care of, but your bike, your gear, that is all taken care of as well. And your family, they need to be taken care of. Law Tigers advocates for the riding community, and they know that injured riders and their families are going through a lot and need somebody in their corner. And that's Law Tigers. Don't do it alone. This legal stuff, very difficult. Even if it's not a court legal situation, just dealing with the insurance company. Talk to the Law Tigers. That should be your first call when the bike goes down. Get your free motorcycle case evaluation at 800 Law Tigers. 800 Law Tigers, or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, Chicago's motorcycle lawyers.
Previously on the Will Rock Morning Show.
A new cosmetic trend making waves in celebrity circles involves facial treatments made from
guana, sewer slime, nacho cheese. Oh, that'd be a good. What do you want on there? Human reproductive juices.
Well,
yeah,
not human.
Oh, geez, animal spunk.
Salmon.
All right.
Sperm.
Okay.
Specifically using a DNA compound called PDRN.
Oh, I love it. Oh, please, PDR what?
PDRN me.
Oh, please, PDRN me all over me. Get it on my PDRN my face. Get it on my chest. PDRN on me.
Just let me know ahead of time.
But yeah, you got to give the courtesy warning.
There is a courtesy warning because people are paying several hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, the courtesy warning is pay me and I'll get this fish spunk on your face.
Not just on, Tom.
Oh, what?
They're also injecting the salmon DNA during facials.
I want all over my face and inject it in me. Stick it in me. I want it everywhere. So hot. PDRN all over. What are you doing this weekend? Yeah, salmon spunk.
Oh.
And injected? That seems like it would be bad.
It boosts collagen, reduces wrinkles without invasive
do
procedures. Yeah. Yeah.
To make you look younger.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Rather look old.
It's the fountain of youth.
Nope. Rather the fountain of youth gets over there. It's a salmon. What is he having that salmon do to him? Did it buy him dinner first? What the hell is going on? Yeah, bought him dinner. You want the real kicker? What'd they have for dinner? Salmon.
Tom and Leah.
Those guys are funny.
A great mix of music and talk.
5 to 10.
This is how I do mornings.
The Will Rock Morning Show.
All right. Open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Got an open phone line. Call now. We'll do OPT next. You can talk about anything you want. Plug your business, plug your band, tell somebody you love them, somebody you hate them, sing a song, dream an impossible dream. 800-223-9510. Call now for Open Phone Thursday.
84 and humid for today. Storms possible later on this afternoon, 60 overnight. Looking at a mostly sunny day tomorrow with a high around 84. It is 64 in Gurnee and 74 in Crystal Lake. And if you want to do weird stuff in the privacy of your own shed, sure. I'm not judging.
Why not?
I'm not judging.
Yeah.
But at least buy the shed first.
Yeah, it's got to be the privacy of your own shed. Don't be doing stuff in other people's sheds.
No.
Yeah, information that would have been used. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, is this about? No. Okay.
Going in the shed.
Well, that story is on the way after the 95 WIIL wreck, 95-second update. The National Weather Service has issued a warning for strong to severe thunderstorms across the Chicagoland area today. Forecasters say storms could bring damaging winds, large hail, and possibly tornadoes, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. A 32-year-old man sustained serious injuries and was airlifted to the hospital after a motorcycle crash that partially shut down Route 31 near Crystal Lake on Sunday. The incident prompted a significant emergency response and temporary road closures. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cleveland Guardians 9-5 to avoid a 3-game series sweep. The Brewers are off today and host the Twins tomorrow night. The Marlins tapped the Chicago Cubs 3-1 to end a 3-game slide and avoid the series sweep. Cubs will host the crosstown White Sox tomorrow. And the Chicago White Sox beat the slumping Cincinnati Reds 4-2 for their season high 3rd consecutive win. Series finale this afternoon.
A big word.
Yeah, it is.
Finale's a very big word, isn't it? I like to say it because it makes me sound fancy.
Finale.
I'm going to have a finale.
The finale.
It's the last time I'm going to be drinking water. It's my finale. You can say it for anything. I'm wiping. My last wipe is my finale. I was talking about the sweat on my brow.
Oh, not the...
else.
Okay.
It's a finale.
Milwaukee Admirals in the division finals tonight. Game
Hopefully
1.
this series isn't their finale for the season.
No, hopefully not. We want them to win the Calder Cup. Yeah.
I ate oatmeal out of that.
You what?
The Calder Cup. I ate oatmeal out of it.
Really?
I think it was the Calder Cup when I was in Albany. They won the AHL championship or whatever. Whatever it was. They played, in the same league.
Yeah.
Kinda, and they won. And it was just like the Stanley Cup. The players got turns taken around.
Yeah.
And a couple of players on the team, their guys ended up being the New Jersey Devils. It was their farm club. But a couple of players around the team, and they came in on my show once in a while, and they brought the Calder Cup when they won it. And we made instant oatmeal and ate oatmeal out of the Calder Cup. That Stanley Cup has seen things, man. It's a hockey trophy.
Yeah.
It parties. It's not like the baseball trophy. Ooh,
like,
nobody
don't
touch it.
Yeah.
Or the football trophy. Ooh, look at the
Pussies.
football trophy. The hockey, the NHL, just like they party.
Yeah.
It's the only sport where you get to get in a fight and it's part of the gig.
Right.
It's not only hockey, it's boxing. We've discussed this before. You can hit people at work and it's okay. What other job has that other than like fighting?
Yeah.
Hockey.
It's
not fighting,
right?
But you get if somebody
You're allowed
pisses you
to,
off
yeah.
while you're working.
And all you got to do is a timeout. Like, I'll do a timeout.
Think if you could do that at like you were a cashier at Target and somebody pissed you off, you should grab their hoodie and start pummeling them in the face. You can't.
And all you had to do is sit down and not work for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or go to jail if you hit them. But hockey parties, in
Right.
every way. So I got to eat oatmeal out of the Calder Cup.
All right. Can we not talk about it? Food.
Oh, food. Okay. The oatmeal was rancid. It was horrible.
It was
Leah, I'm
terrible.
sorry.
Terrible.
So I forgot you're
terrible.
fasting.
Remember when you were on your juice cleanse?
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. And
There's
I was
more to that story that made it even more nightmare-y.
True.
So, yeah.
Touche. And finally, if you want to do weird stuff in the privacy of your own shed, it's your business. I'm not judging. Like and everyone's got a thing, like, right? Like
Everybody's got their kink. I like chicks and leather.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not
Or
too weird.
Boots, leather. A lot of guys like that. That's, anyway.
Well, at least buy the shed first.
If you're wearing leather, come by and I'll buy a shed.
Okay.
We'll hang out.
In the shed?
I'll take you to an actual building with people. It doesn't have to be the shed.
In the privacy of a shed.
You got to do really well, and then you get to go to the shed.
Well, there was no
You're
privacy.
shed-worthy.
No privacy in this shed because a guy in Louisiana got arrested for pleasuring himself inside a display shed at the Lowe's.
Oh, it wasn't even his shed.
It was not at his shed.
It was hey, buy this shed.
Cops found him in the shed with his pants around his ankles and an open tube of
lube,
Vaseline.
All right.
Which isn't a great lubricant.
I'm in Louisiana. I'm hoping not to find a guy covered in Vaseline. Call me weird.
What if it was your shed that you were going to pick up? Because it's not like it's not like you're like, oh, I want this shed and you carry it out. So you go to the front and you say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to purchase this shed.
that
Here's the
shed.
number.
Yeah.
And then they go back to pick it up on their little forklift. And
Hey,
then
yo, dude, hold on. I'm covered in Vaseline. Back off a second. Let me finish. Right? He got arrested?
Oh, yeah.
Was he pleasuring himself?
Yes, he was
Yeah.
pleasuring himself. They found him lying on his back. It wasn't even a quick standy. It was like a lie down, like fully.
Yeah. Can we go back half a sentence? A quick standy? Is that a thing you're into?
I mean, well,
a
if you
quick
just like,
standy.
yeah.
I guess if you're wearing
There's
a
a-
leather skirt, that's what I'm thinking about is
Right,
a quick
quick
standy.
standy, yeah.
But if you're a guy covered in Vaseline in a shed and at the Home Depot, and I'm sure it was in Slidell.
It's the Lowe's in
Oh,
Louisiana.
it's the Lowe's in Slidell. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's a pass. That's a hard pass for me. It's a hard pass for him, apparently. as well. You get a discount then if it's your shed. They can't sell that shed.
No.
Well, it's like if you buy a house and somebody's murdered there, they have to tell you. If you buy a shed
that someone has,
that somebody's pleasured themselves, they have to tell you. Yeah, and they're like, why is this shed half price? Yeah, about that. Ugh.
Sinus and snoring, MD. I actually just got a warning other than that.
Warning.
Severe weather may be coming later on this afternoon, but high pollen today. So if you struggle with allergies, sinus and snoring, they help with both of those things, but they also will help you with the allergies. Dr. Swardlin and his team, I went in their office about a year and a half ago, got the allergy test done and found out that fall is actually the season that I struggle with the most. But if you find to have the symptoms during the spring, you don't have to struggle. It's not something that you have to live with. Go get the allergy test done. It's pain-free. It's done on your arm in 15 minutes. They can tell you what you specifically are allergic to and then create these drops for you that you bring home. I remember when I was younger, it was shots. They were weekly. It was awful. I hated it. These drops, though, they desensitize you to what you're allergic to in the environment and in your household. You put them under your tongue every day, and over time, those allergies, they go away. Find out more. 4 locations, Kenosha and Oak Creek on the WI side, and then Mount Prospect and Lombard on the IL side. And the number to get you to all of those locations, 262-444-0095 or online at sinusandsnoringmd.com.
I looked it up. The guy covered in Vaseline at the Lowe's or whatever. It was in Slidell, Louisiana.
No way.
Yeah, I was just kidding. Slidell, because I like saying Slidell. My kinfolk lived in Slidell.
I've never even heard of Slidell.
New Orleans here.
Mhm.
Lake Pontchartrain, giant lake. Giant long causeway that goes across it, where you can't see hardly any land or what. It's
Right.
long. On the other side, Slidell. Slidell is the kind of place where you would think that maybe you would see a guy covered in Vaseline. I mean, I like
I'm
those
good. I don't
sheds.
need
Those
to see
sheds
it.
are very exciting, but get it home first.
Yeah, you got to buy
not
the
at
shed
home.
first.
Or maybe he was testing it out. You want to know if your lawnmower will fit. You want to know if it's got enough, storage space for all your, bins or whatever. And then also, does it turn you on? And so you go and try it out. And apparently it did for this guy.
But just like buying a cow.
Yeah. Well, you want to try.
You can't get the milk for free.
But you sample the milk first before you get it for free.
A sample. That's more than a sample.
My plan is to only sample the milk for a while because I just can't deal with buying a cow. But it's in Slidell at the Lowe's. Lowe's jingle. They should have a new jingle because that's the one where the commercial starts. Boo-doo. Like it goes boo-doo. Now it should go boo-doo.
Does it really make that noise though? I don't.
Get your ear down there sometime.
Okay. It has been.
I can't speak to that. Maybe mine's louder than. Hi, Will Rock.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Billy! It's Billy from Gurney.
Good morning, Leah. Tom.
Billy,
Hey, did they give that guy's name? The guy in the shed? Was his name Jack?
Why?
Just curious. Jack.
If you look on his jersey, I know his last name. I think his first name was Jack. Look on his jersey. It said Mehoff. Mehoff. So anyway.
You guys are children. You guys really are.
Oh, Billy. Did you call just to do that? Just to set that
Yeah, I've been in traffic all morning. It's crazy.
All right.
Stupid people don't know how to merge. Hey, but the nastiest food that I've ever had, and I will never eat it again.
Yeah.
When carnitas is a Mexican dish, but they have they've got the skin with it, so it's like slimy tripe.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Tripe.
Have you ever had that?
I've never had tripe. Menudo.
My brother.
Menudo is tripe soup, and they say it's great for hangovers. And you can get canned menudo. I'm like, I ate a spoon of menudo once, but I worked around the tripe pieces. So
I don't even understand what
my
tripe is.
brother-in-law loves it.
Yeah.
I mean, calamari is similar to that, but you try it and it tastes good.
It's stomach lining. Tripe is like stomach lining from
it's slimy.
And if you go to a store, if you go to like the Mexican grocery store, or even sometimes other grocery stores, in the meat section there'll be tripe. It's just wrapped like it's a package of hamburger, and it's tripe.
But and it's
when we get
from
the
cow.
meat, they're like, "Do you want the meat or do you want the slimy stuff?" I'm like, "All meat, thank you."
Gross.
So my brother-in-law is, make sure you get the good stuff.
All right. The good tripe, not the bad tripe. All right. Next time I go buy tripe, I'll call your brother-in-law, Billy. Thanks for the call. Well, you want it? There's gross. Now you're not. See, this is helping you.
But then we were talking about carnitas too.
But it's tripe carnitas,
Okay.
Leah. Okay. What's the grossest thing you ever ate? Leah's been fasting for, was it 3
I'm on
days
day
now?
3, yeah.
Day 3.
It'll be 72 hours.
The grossest thing you ever ate to make her not miss
I just
food.
hit 60 hours.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Idiot.
There's so many benefits.
Really?
Yes.
Bye.
All right. I believe you. There's so many benefits.
There are.
Where did buy come from?
I don't know.
That was not me.
Was it Billy?
No. Is it at the end of? No, I don't. I have no idea where buy came from. I have that. I own that. But I don't know. Oh, it's on a hotkey. It's on a hotkey.
Bye.
Oh, the hotkey. The mouse is firing without me touching it.
That's fun.
So if it's over something, it's firing.
And
it must have been over by.
Is the touch screen still?
Somebody's doing something.
Oh.
I am not currently. Weird stuff going on with the computer. There may be sounds here and there. $54 million radio station, $8 equipment. Some idiots bought the place. I've been remiss. I have not been to the text line yet this morning for OPT.
Oh, and I have something that was sent specifically to me to add to that.
All right. Talk or text 800-223-9510. Same number. Let's get to some of these. Last week I did a 72-hour water fast. My friend lost 10 pounds. I lost 0 and didn't feel any difference. But that 72-hour mark, I ate steak tacos.
Bummer. What?
All that and
I've already
nothing.
lost 8 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you hydrating though? You know what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hydrating as much, if not more, than I usually do.
And when you say hydrating, you mean like milkshakes?
Yeah,
and,
totes. Yeah.
This says, my wife grew up in Slidell, and I can tell you I'm not surprised to hear that story. I have kin and I call them kin from Slidell. So
They did say that the guy isn't from Slidell. But what happens in Slidell stays in Slidell. Like it happened in Slidell, but he's not actually from there.
he's not a Slidellian?
No, he's probably from Florida.
A Slidelite? Yeah,
He's probably
you can drive
visiting,
over.
yeah,
Last time I was in New Orleans, we drove all the way to Florida to go through Mississippi and all that. This one says, the most disgusting thing that I ever drank was when I was in the Army. My roommate had a spit can. Okay, I'm not going to do that. One of the guys in my dorm had a pitcher that he used for that.
It will make me throw up. I dated a guy that
they kept it.
Yeah.
And then it was full. And instead of dumping it out, he went and got another pitcher. So they were all around. We called
Did
him
you
the
ever
Dip.
pick up the pitcher and
His
drink
name is
it?
Mike the Dip Collop. I never picked it.
Because I did.
I had a cigarette beer
So
once.
bad.
And I'm very cautious with my beers now.
Yeah.
Because when you do that once, when you take an
time.
ashtray drink, that'll disturb you for a while. What do you want to get to?
I had Michelle message me and she said, I'm using your IM for OPT. My 50th birthday is Saturday. So happy birthday, Michelle.
Which Michelle? Do I know
Car.
her?
Yeah, you know her.
Oh, yeah.
She said that she was given a card with prices of things in 1975. I know how much you guys love to talk about this. The price of stamps.
Oh, God. 75? Was it a nickel?
It was 13 cents.
13 cents.
About 3 nickels, but
yeah, but listen, that would save me so much now if they were 13 cents. Because I mail 3-4 things a year. Yeah. So can we not get me started on the price of stamps, Michelle? Oh, have you heard about the price of stamps? I don't want to talk about it. Here's Architects. Architects on Will Rock Talk or text 800-223-9510 is open phone Thursday. Thanks to our friends over at Kinnaman Accounting and Tax Service. Brett Kinnaman threw an extra $9.51 in the jackpot for today. If Leah loves your call, she will ring her bell. If she does, you get to pick a number between 1 and 95. If it lands on the number you picked, you win the jackpot. Brett just threw another $9.51 in there this morning. It's $247.26. That's real money. Our last winner went over $1,000 with this. So
yeah.
800-223-9510. Not only do you get to say what you want on the radio, but your shot at the cash if Leah loves your call. It is 8:26. Coming up next, something you need to look out for is you're out, going around and the exploding birds.
Mm-hmm.
It's an actual, then it was just one of our stupid and finally kicker stories.
Yeah.
I saw it on the news.
It's actually happening.
Exploding birds. The latest on exploding birds is coming up next.
84 and humid for today. Storms possible this afternoon. 60 overnight. 84 mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 69 in Round Lake Beach and 74 in Palatine. And this footage is going around on the news. If you haven't seen it, it's a masterclass on how not to tow a car. That story is on the way after the 95 WIIL Rock 95 second update, brought to you by Plumbers and Steam Fitters. UA Local 118. Want higher pay and better benefits? Go to UALocal118.com. A 31-year-old Waukegan man, Jose Rodriguez, died Monday night after a motorcycle and car collided at Green Bay Road and Sunset Avenue. He was found unresponsive beneath the car and later pronounced dead at Vista Medical Center. Waukegan police are still investigating. Tyrone Jones, a 37-year-old convicted felon from Elgin, was sentenced to 6 years in prison after shooting a man in the foot in Harvard and trying to flee. He was caught with a firearm, meth, and cocaine, and later pleaded guilty to 2 felonies in a plea deal that led to more serious charges being dropped. WIIL Rock Sports, brought to you by Pratt's Chimney Service. Chimney leaking? Call Pratt's today for a free estimate. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cleveland Guardians 9-5. Brewers are off today. They'll host the Twins tomorrow night. Marlins top the Chicago Cubs 3-1. Cubs will host the crosstown White Sox tomorrow. And the Chicago White Sox, they beat the slumping Cincinnati Reds 4-2 for their season high 3rd consecutive win. Go White Sox series finale this afternoon.
Did you see that the Colorado Rockies are after the White Sox record?
No, I didn't.
They're having a worse season at this point this year than the White Sox had last year.
Oh.
Like that record wasn't beaten for how long was it when the White Sox got it most losses?
Yeah.
And now the very next season, the Rockies are like, hold my beer,
hold
my Coors,
right?
Hold my Coors Banquet. Gonna go out. I mean, they are really coming after it.
Well,
sucks to be the White Sox. You set a record. You put in all the non-effort to have the record of the worst record, and then it only lasts 1 year. So start rooting for the Colorado Rockies to win.
I don't want it. If you're gonna suck hard.
That's what I'm saying. Root for the Rockies to win games so they don't knock the White Sox.
To win games.
Yeah, I'm not saying root for them to lose to break the record.
No, don't take that record.
We want the
from
Rockies
us.
to win because this
so
is
much work.
I don't know when the White Sox are hosting the loser banner from last season, but at some point
you're gonna go around with it.
They get their loser rings, and all that stuff. Loser trophy.
And finally, have you seen the footage of a woman in Houston towing her boyfriend's car with a chain?
I have not.
All right. So they hooked it up to the back of his car and towed it backwards, which is not how it's done. His car was flying all over the road. And
because the wheels that turn are the ones on the road.
And he was in the...
Don't say he was sitting in it.
He was in the driver's seat hanging on for dear life.
Trying to steer. I can move this way a foot and that way 3 feet and this way a foot. And I would,
The footage is incredible.
Oh my God.
It is incredible.
And first off,
his girlfriend was also going too fast.
Wrong direction to hook it up. Second, have you ever seen somebody towing a car and have a person?
Also, Google. Anything you're going to do
it.
that isn't your job, you should probably Google it.
Well, it's not a tow truck either. It's a then go slow.
She was going too fast, so then his axle broke and he couldn't steer.
So she was scraping him down the road. Did they get to where they were going? No.
Oh,
It's like one
man.
of those fire trucks when they do the ladder trucks, the tower trucks.
Yeah.
And the bigger ones have a guy in back steering the back.
Mhm.
And I always wondered that would be the weirdest job.
Right?
'Cause you're not really you're steering the back. I don't know how that goes. I make fun of these people, but we're lucky we didn't end up in a kicker story
Mhm.
because the alternator went out in my car once we were out. This is when you had to drive to find a casino. There was the one, the Silver Eagle in Galena, and there were some out in Iowa. So we
Okay.
drove out to Iowa to go to the casino, and we were gonna
Bunch of degenerates.
Casino Joe, and we were gonna drive back, and my alternator went out. So we're gonna spend the night in, I think it was Dubuque or somewhere. It was a Sunday, so there's no garages open. We got to get the car to the garage, and we're like, it's just a couple miles down the road. We didn't tow the car. We had a very long set of jumper cables.
Oh,
So we
boy.
put the jumper cable because we couldn't get my car to start, even if we get it to start, but we couldn't get it to run.
Run, yeah.
So we took very long jumper cables and went from the battery in the front car and then closed the hood down, even on the jumper cables, ran it to the battery of my car, like
Underneath?
a 15-foot, along the side, out hanging out.
Okay.
And then clip that on my battery, and then my car would run. And we drove a couple of miles connected by the jumper cables.
And were you driving behind the car?
Yeah, I was driving in my car that had the jumper cables hooked on it, and they were driving their car that had, and it worked. It worked. We were driving both cars off of their battery. Now, maybe a mechanic can explain to me how. I'm like, this will not work. We drove down the road with the jumper cables connected.
I didn't.
The jumper cables were not towing the car;
afraid
they
that it
were
would-
slack, but it was just providing electricity for us to go down the
I would
road.
be afraid the cars were gonna blow up.
Yeah, I'm like, this'll, and they're like, well, let's give it a try, and we did, and it worked. And somebody's like, why don't we just drive home? And I'm like, we're spending the night in Dubuque. We found a garage, and the mechanic. It's Sunday. The mechanic is off. No, it was a Saturday. We were out there. He was off the next day on Sunday. He didn't have the part we needed. He went and got it, and he came in on Sunday and installed the thing, and we got to go home.
You tipped him.
And this is how we did, and this is how nice they were. The guy's like, "Yeah, I'll come in." Was it No, it was a Sunday into a Monday because I had to call in and be off work. So it was a Sunday. Yeah, that was one of the strangest things I had ever done.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how it worked. So when I call this person stupid, I want you to understand I'm allowed to say that. It's a bad, mean word. Because I am stupid. Ich bin ein stupid.
Thanks to Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Live Nation's popular Ticket to Summer promotion returns this year, offering $30 all-in tickets to over 1,000 concerts, including performances by Offspring, Papa Roach, Rise Against, and Volbeat. The deal goes live on the 21st of this month at 10 a.m. local time, with additional artists to be announced throughout the summer. Fans can participate by visiting livenation.com. Chickenfoot bassist Michael Anthony has confirmed that there will be a new album from the supergroup. Despite the members going their separate ways for the rest of 2010, Anthony revealed the news at the National Association of Music Merchants show in California recently. Additionally, 2 leaked soundboard recordings from the band's first show in 2008 have surfaced online, featuring covers of songs by the Jeff Beck Group and Traffic. The recordings captured the first time Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony, Joe Satriani, and Chad Smith jammed together on stage. And finally, guitarist John Five and his longtime buddy Richie Kotzen are joining forces for a U.S. tour running from October through November, with John Five promising a revamped set, blending classics and fresh tracks from his new album Ghost that will be released in October. Unfortunately, the closest shows to the Will Rock listening area is when the duo hits St. Charles on November 22nd, or the following evening when they play in Belvedere. For these stories and more, get on over to 95willrock.com. That was the Will Rock Breakdown. Thanks to Hagen Homes for quality new home construction. you'll love to live with.
For more info on concerts, events, and everything that rocks, go to 95willrock.com. Previously on the Will Rock Morning Show.
A town in Northern California is dealing with a very mysterious situation right now. Exploding birds dropping dead in neighborhoods. Residents seem to think it's power lines in the area. However, the electrical company says that it's most likely someone shooting the birds out of the air with something like a slingshot. But residents are like, there's no way
You can hit a moving bird with a slingshot.
Is that accurate?
Who are you? When the zombies walk the earth, I want you on my team. I want to be in your squad. If you can hit a bird flying by with a slingshot with any yes, once in a great while,
right?
Sure. But if you are that's not
happening.
A thing.
Yeah.
I don't care how good you are.
Right.
Yeah.
But could you imagine just walking around your neighborhood and there's just birds busting in the sky,
falling out of the sky? Duco on the One Cabin Fever got hit by a bird that fell out of the sky. It died and fell out of the. It died. This is a real thing. Do you know this or not?
I do.
It died mid-flight, fell out of the air, and landed at his feet, like dead. And we're like, that bird just died and fell straight down. And I'm like, are you a demon or a god or what are you? And then he picked it up and he took a picture of him like he's yelling at the bird. He's talking to the bird.
Dead.
It's one of the strangest pictures, and it's dead, but it looks alive. So, I mean, maybe somebody hit it with a slingshot. I don't know. We didn't hear any gunfire. Or it just had this neighborhood, all these birds are just having heart attacks. They just don't exercise enough. You need to go out and get your flaps in. Do they worry about getting their flaps in? Like you're like, I didn't get my steps in. Oh, I didn't get my flaps in today. I'm going to do a lap around the water tower. How come I didn't get my flaps in yet? 3 million. I like to do 3 million a day.
If I'm not back in 10, come looking for
me.
me.
I'm not back in 10. I died midair and fell out of the sky. Shouldn't eat that extra bird bacon.
Birds have heart attacks, right?
Why you're asking me that like I'm a bird doctor? Why, yes, Leah, a bird will have a myocardial avian infarction occasionally. We call that an avian MI, and it's a regular 3 to 4% of birds will have them mid-flight, and causing immediate cardiac arrest and the bird to plummet to the ground.
Because then at that point, what kills you? Is it the heart attack or the fall?
We don't know if it was the heart attack or the. We call that deceleration syndrome. It wasn't actually even the fall that killed the bird, Leah. It was the sudden stop at the end of the fall. We call that concrete poisoning. What killed that bird? Concrete poisoning. Another bird down. Anyway, so in this one neighborhood, it's raining birds. Yeah, hallelujah.
But they're busting.
They're busting.
Yeah, they're like exploding.
Exploding birds. And just when I thought the world couldn't get any weirder or scarier, there are exploding birds. Where is this at?
Northern California.
Oh, at least it's in America. Yay, us. The first country to have exploding birds. America, we did it.
The Will Rock Morning Show. Mornings will rock.
95 Will Rock, the rock station. Nothing more, along with Chris Daughtry and Free Fall. Good song. It is the Will Rock Morning Show with Tom and Leah. Open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Thursday, that means tonight, very first, one of our big summer events. This is good. It's going to be a nice warm day. 95 Will Rock. Find your beach bar tour with Corona. Beautiful night to hang out in the beer garden there at Jesse Oaks. Delicious food. He posted, the other day, Jesse Oaks posted a picture of a 1 pound burger. Challenge accepted. Come and watch me nap tonight. We got that going on. Corona on special, 550 Corona Extra and Premier 16-ounce cans. Your chance to qualify to win one of our bobbleheads, the Corona guy here in this. What is his name?
Peso Pluma.
And we looked him up. He's a famous Mexican musician or
Rapper,
something?
yeah.
Rapper?
Yeah,
Right.
DJ. I don't know.
Word. You can qualify to win that. But more importantly, this is the best odds you have to qualify to win a trip for two on the Cabin Fever getaway next year. It's my 60th birthday Cabin Fever getaway. How the hell did that happen? Come out and qualify tonight. We're only qualifying one person at each one of these events and only doing it this summer. And you're only up against the people that are there tonight at Jesse Oaks. We'll see you there. Get there early if you want to get a good spot. Concert tickets to Mammoth and Miles Kennedy tickets. That's House of Blues in November. 7 tonight, Jesse Oaks, Old Gages Lake Road off Gages Lake Road in Gages Lake. We'll see you there with Corona and 95 Will Rock. Speaking of summer, it's next Friday it's Memorial Day weekend then. That snuck up on us. One of my favorite things about summer is, getting the grill out, grilling. I like having the windows open, even if other people are grilling. I'm like, oh, that smells good. And then the mood strikes me, and I'm like, I didn't go to the store. Not a problem. In the freezer, Omaha steaks. Have them there on standby. In the freezer, caramel apple tartlets. The best dessert you will ever have. You will look at it when you get your first batch of caramel apple tartlets, and you will be like, what the hell is Tom talking about? And then you will make them. And I say make them in the air fryer. And they are even better. Make sure you have a scoop of ice cream to put next to them. It is one of the best desserts you will ever have. And Omaha steaks, you cannot go wrong. The fillets, so tender, you can almost cut them with a fork. I love the ribeyes. They've got all sorts of stuff. And great packages available. And right now, if you go to omahasteaks.com, you can get the best steak experience of your life for 50% off. This is a limited time deal. The Memorial Day sale is going on now. 50% off site-wide. The whole site. Plus, if you use our code TOM at checkout, you get $35 off with promo code TOM at checkout. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide and an extra $35 off with TOM at checkout. omahasteaks.com, promo code TOM. It's Open Phone Thursday. I have an open phone line, 800-223-9510. Dial in right now and you will snag that phone line. Look at me. I'm going to go to the text line again. Yeah.
Already?
I get yelled at a lot if I don't cover it enough. Here's the first, and this is the first text they ever sent us. Ever. Welcome to the fold from the 414. And about my alternator story. It was the weirdest thing. It was me and Bob and Kurt, and just, it was so strange. It wasn't my idea.
No.
Driving down the road with and I had to stay close enough that there was slack in the cord,
Mhm.
in the jumper cable. But you didn't want to get too close that you were riding their bumper.
Right.
And we're just driving down the road. And we went pretty far. This says we once had an alternator go out on a work truck coming back from California. So we stopped, bought a battery charger, hooked it up to the battery, plugged it into the generator on the back of the truck, fired up the generator, and drove over 1,000 miles back to Wisconsin with the generator running in the back of the truck the whole time. So there you go.
That's one way to get her done.
That's how you MacGyver things, kids, right there. And in my case, we're lucky we didn't get arrested or destroy the vehicles or whatever. Don't be like Uncle Tom. It's not something you want to do as far as, especially vehicular things.
What? I'm sitting here trying to figure out a way.
No, don't
achieve that status.
Do not take my advice on anything.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, sir.
Thank you for that. It's 8:50. Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Talk or text, same number, 50,000 watts of you for OPT.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Hailstorm, I will rock. Tom and Leah will rock. Morning show, 8:57. Open phone Thursday. 800-223-9510. Coming into the final hour, the home stretch of OPT. Call now, whatever you want to promote or say or spread or whatever it is. It's your problem. Thursday's your show. I love Thursdays because I love Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't, there's
Less
no,
work.
I don't have to worry about the
right?
show. I don't have to worry about, not that I put a lot of thought into this anyway. Your problem today, 800-223-9510. Talk or text. Do it now for OPT.
84 and humid today. Severe storms possible later on this afternoon. 60 overnight. 84, mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 60 in Racine and 73 in Wakanda. And craziness in the air continues. I feel like it's a weekly thing. We could probably make a whole benchmark of things that happen while flying. Another one of those stories to prepare you, Tom, in case this happens
Looking
while
forward
you
to it.
are traveling.
It's just a short flight to Dublin and then the flight from Dublin to Scotland.
Mhm. Yeah, you won't be.
Thank you for sharing this today.
No
You're
problem.
a good friend.
I got you. That is on the way after the 95 WIIL wreck and 95-second update. 3 people were hospitalized after a 2-vehicle crash in Buffalo Grove caused an SUV to become partially submerged in a pond. Emergency responders rescued the occupants from the water and all were transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Waukegan police officer Timothy Shook pleaded guilty to theft after submitting false overtime timesheets for shifts he did not work, including being paid while sitting at home. As part of a plea deal, he was ordered to repay $1,609 and will be decertified as a police officer. More serious charges were dropped in exchange for the misdemeanor plea. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cleveland Guardians 9-5 to avoid a 3-game series sweep. Crew, they're off today. They'll host the Twins tomorrow night. Marlins topped the Chicago Cubs 3-1 to end a 3-game slide and avoid the series sweep. Cubs host the crosstown White Sox tomorrow. The Chicago White Sox beat the slumping Cincinnati Reds 4-2 for their season-high third consecutive win series finale this afternoon. Milwaukee Admirals in the division finals. Game 1 is tonight against the Texas Stars. And the 2025 NFL schedule has been released. Both the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers have some exciting matchups lined up, including 2 head-to-head games. Neither team will play on Christmas, but they'll play each other twice in December. I'm not going to get over this.
No, I spread the games out. And then we got to wait till December for the first one. And then it's too so close.
Oh, well.
The bye week is too early.
No one asked me for my opinion, I guess.
Why? The NFL didn't consult you?
Usually they do.
I had a 3-hour phone call the other night with the commissioner.
And you still didn't have
or at least some guy said I wasn't sure, but he called and talked to me for 3 hours. And then he said that he was the guy who would get me that money from the Nigerian prince. So
okay.
I just gave him my bank info.
Right.
And
you'll get it.
It's all good.
One day.
It's all good.
And finally, craziness in the sky continues.
Okay.
This was JetBlue that these people were flying when a passenger was arrested after allegedly attempting to open an aircraft's emergency door during a flight from New York to Salt Lake City. That's not a short flight either.
No. Probably 3 hours at least.
Causing panic among crew and fellow passengers.
What was he trying to open?
He was trying to open the emergency door.
The one over the window or whatever? Yeah.
I don't know, over the window
or
or
the wing, I mean. Yeah.
You always like when I get up and go to the bathroom, I'll see the one in the back and I'll just look at it, and I'm never going to actually open it, but
the big door.
I'll think like, what would happen if
that's call of the void.
Yeah.
That's people get that. You're standing on a balcony, you're like, what if
I
would jump?
Yeah.
I
And
have
that's
that
where
thought
I
with
was-
the door too, because it's got that giant handle. And
Right.
I'm like,
what if you just
that
is
handle?
it that easy? And that's what I was saying yesterday when I said a thought is just a thought, because people do have those thoughts. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to do it. But this 28-year-old guy, Mac, he reportedly stood up mid-flight and tried to access the emergency exit while the plane was just up there cruising high altitude.
Well, thinking it and doing it are two distinctly different things. And
but your thoughts don't make you who you are.
The difference, right? If my thoughts made me who I am, well, actually, I pretty much spew them all out. So I am an open book. And the older you get, the less you care. You can't insult me. You can't really scare me. You can't.
Challenge accepted.
So
you're not going to be scared if somebody is on the.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saying to me or whatever, you can't insult me. You can't embarrass me. You can't.
Right.
The older you get, the less you care about
Right.
stuff. Yeah, really. If the guy gets up and he's going to open the door, I'm like,
Let's see what happens.
All right. Let me get my seatbelt on. Hold on. Let me grab a beer and get my seatbelt on.
So wild because the seatbelt going to keep you in.
Hopefully it'll hold you to your seat. You know, I don't
think
know.
so.
I don't want to be in that row.
No.
That's where you're in the exit row and you're like, I was so excited to get the exit row. And
I
now
like the more
I
space.
didn't know it was going to become active while we were flying through the sky. When it's time to get work done on the Will Rock trailer, we take it to Master Truck and Trailer. It's not a side job for them. It's in their name. Master Truck and Trailer does all types of work on all types of trailers and all types of hitches. And that's precious cargo we're towing down the road. We want to make sure it gets where it's going. So whether it's the hitch or the trailer itself, get the work done at a place where they know what they're doing. Master Truck and Trailer. Boat trailer, horse, car, landscape, travel, cargo, motorcycle trailer, Master Truck and Trailer. Electrical work, suspension work, brakes, couplers, wheels, locks. They can replace any flooring, wallboards, body damage, or frame damage, welding and fabrication available. It's not a side job. It is their job, and it is in their name. They do everything with honesty and integrity, education and knowledge, and they'll get it done fast. You're going to get a fair price, too, at Master Truck and Trailer. So when it's time to get work done on your trailer or your hitch, the only place to go is Master Truck and Trailer, Wadsworth Road, just east of Green Bay Road in Waukegan, and online at mttllc.net. I'm going to go to the text line again.
Wow, you are really trying to prove a point, aren't
Well,
you?
some weeks I accidentally don't go there at all, so.
You have some making up to do.
This text, and I think this is an important one. This text, this is because I didn't know that this was such a problem.
Mm-hmm.
This text says, please, for the love of God, respect schools buses.
It's so bad.
It's funny that they said schools buses. Apparently their school's bus got stopped on the way to schools and they had some trouble with the spelling. But I've seen people when it's slowing down and the red lights go on, get ready for the stop sign to come out and stop and give them some space and stop sooner rather than later so the bus driver knows what's up. And don't pass. You're going to get in a lot of trouble. And I saw a video the other week. There was a kid it was in the news.
Got hit.
A person went around the bus, not even on the roadside, out on the other side and hit the kid.
Every freaking year. And kids have died. Like, what are you doing?
I get it. You get behind a school bus and it's like, because all the stopping and all that stuff. But
your life is not more important than
your being on time is not more important than a kid's life. Talk about, precious cargo.
Right.
School bus drivers, by the way, Katrina it was you.
It was me.
It was you, chaperone.
Yeah.
And why did I mistake you?
I don't know.
I have people in my life and I'm confused.
You're not doing that.
Well, what's going on? Anyway, you were telling me that school bus drivers, it's like
it's insane. They not only have to worry about you on the road and making sure they have to worry about the kids on the car and on the bus, and they're loud and they're screaming and they're just a lot.
So you mistake the bus and a car. So it happens. You misspeak. Don't go out of here and take a bus when you leave. Take your Jeep.
What?
And be nice to school buses. Give them room. Stop sooner than later. Same with emergency vehicles. I see people that'll just slow down a little with emergency, or at the last minute swerve over and slow down.
I see that too.
When I see the lights, and it pisses people off behind me.
I'm pulling over.
Even if they're blocks away, I pull over because that person in that emergency vehicle is, coming down the road. And they don't want to at the last minute have to figure out, okay, what is this guy going to do?
Yeah.
Let them know what's up. Pull over
I'm
immediately.
pulling over. I see you. Yeah.
And that's today's lecture on how to drive a vehicle. And also, I don't know the difference between Leah and Katrina or buses and cars. I think I got a head wound. Shine down, 95 Will Rock, the Rock Station. Tom and Leah Will Rock Morning Show. It is open phone Thursday. I might only do the text line the rest of the morning.
Stop it.
Well, just to be, you know me, I like to shake things
Yeah.
up. I played touch too much a whole day one time. Touch too much anniversary last weekend. So just to shake things up, maybe it'll be open phone Thursday from the text line, and maybe a call will get in if it's lucky, like role reversal. Like the text line is always, and that's a real thing because there are people who can't call but can text.
Text, right?
It's not really fair that the text line doesn't give. Damn it, Tom! Lots
now
of text.
you're seeing why people are bitching about it.
Well, and I suck. Anyway, 800-223-9510. Text or talk. Say text first. 800-223-9510 for open phone Thursday, and maybe I'll get to some of the phone calls. I don't know. That's passe.
Maybe
that's real with like Gen Z or even millennials.
Yeah.
They don't like. I'll call Jake. You remember that time I tried to video call him?
He's like,
Dad, that's rude. You don't video calls. And I get it. I wouldn't call a stranger video call out of the blue, but he's my son. And he said, that's an old people thing that you're doing. I said, really? He goes, yeah, ask Leah. So I immediately hung up with him and I video called Leah and she picked up immediately. So either one of two things is true. Either it's not an old people thing or Leah is an old people.
I agree with Jake to a certain extent, though.
You're an old people.
No,
Oh.
I do think it's kind of weird. Yeah.
There's only select
but it's
people I'll do
you.
it to.
It's you, and you're the only one who video chats me. I don't get video. You are the only
I
one
like
who
that.
does.
And you know, when you were younger, they had like video phones were like a sci-fi
Yeah.
thing. Space 1999, they had their comm things and they had video on it or whatever. You thought, oh, one day there'll be video phones. Well, I'll use them. Nobody wants to use video phone. Except for me, there are certain people I'm like, it's just a better conversation. Plus, then you'll show me your kids, which is fun. And I have probably 400 pictures of your dog's nipples. She'll always hold the dog. That's a real thing. Tell everybody that's a real thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can post them right now. It's a nightmare. I'm keeping them for my lawsuit against you. That's canine sexual harassment. Oh, look at my little dog's nipples. We can do video calls. I could have listeners on a video call right now.
I want you to see that her nipples are retracting.
Oh yeah, they're much better.
They're better than they were.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know that. They were
Oh,
dragging on the ground.
Thank you for admitting that.
Yeah, it was
look
bad.
into your future. Well, we could do video calls with listeners. I could do it on TomTube.
Yeah.
If you want a video call and be on TomTube on the show, send me a text and say so. I will send you a link that you will click on, and you can be on a video call for Open Phone Thursday. We've done this like once or twice before. So between now and 10, maybe we'll do some video calls. And TomTube is up and streaming if you go to 95willrock.com.
You're trying to punish yourself. You just want more work for you over there.
It's not that hard. I just send them a link and I click on it. I don't know how it'll sound. 800-223-9510. Say, Tom, video OPT me or whatever, and I'll send you the link. It is 9:15.
84 and humid for today. Severe storms possible later on this afternoon. 60 overnight. 84 and mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 78 in Woodstock, 62 in Waukegan.
Let's see if we got any takers so far. None. I got a ton of texts, but no takers on the video call. See, nobody likes video calling, I guess. 800-223-9510 if you want to do it. And I will send you the link for Open Phone Thursday. You'll get to see Leah.
Whoever. Katrina, Lisa.
One day your
Emily.
mind will start to
My
mold.
mind is already going,
right.
but
You'll get to see Gretchen over here in person this
what? Where am I going to be?
Saturday at noon at the Wiggling Pig.
The Wiggly Pig.
I love Piggly Wiggly. Great deals throughout the store. They are celebrating 15 years of Steinbrink's Piggly Wiggly in Kenosha. You have to look into this. Great deals throughout the store. 15-cent Piggly Wiggly white bread. Will you please buy me a loaf? I know I'm out of town. Just buy me a loaf and bring it in when I'm back.
What do you want me to freeze it? Like,
sure,
we could feed it to the dogs.
I
don't
like
understand.
a 15-cent loaf of bread, please.
I'm in Kenosha.
Here's where it gets scary. Eggs for $1.99.
That doesn't.
To me, it sounds like that should be like one egg, $1.
Right.
But no, I think it's you don't sell eggs that way, so it must be a dozen.
Half a dozen. Oh, a dozen.
Maybe it's half. A dozen eggs for $1.99.
I believe times are changing.
You're gonna need security. Also, you can grab the Piggly Wiggly flyer and get all sorts of deals like that. Mr. Pig will be on hand, so get ready. Leah, because it smells bad in those costumes. Raffles, product samples.
I'm not going to be the pig, Tom.
I don't know. I did a remote with Duco once, and he had to be Sully the cell phone.
That's not a thing.
He did a voice and everything. Hi, boys. If I was in town, I would go and ask to be Mr. Pig. See if you can get another one of these remotes when I'm in town.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
And you'll do it?
Yeah.
All right.
She's there Saturday at noon. Steinbrink's Piggly Wiggly, Pershing Plaza in Kenosha. Go on out and see Mr. Pig. And Leo will be there too with Will Rock. Are you tired of dragging your butt to a job where you don't get paid enough, you aren't treated with respect, you don't have a bright future, you can't build on it, you don't have benefits, you don't get vacation time or health insurance or retirement plan? Stop it. Go to a place where you get all those things. I'm talking about becoming a union electrician with the only registered electrical apprenticeship training center in McHenry County, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 117. You can earn while you learn with their 5-year apprenticeship while you accumulate no debt. Plenty of room for advancement with the industry leader in installation of new green energy systems. Be part of a team in this highly in-demand career. It's hard work, but it's gratifying. Great wages, great benefits, health insurance, retirement benefits, and the flexibility to work anywhere in the country as a union electrician. And it can start right here. Local 117 keeps the power on in McHenry and Kane County. Take a couple minutes today and see what they can do for your life and your career. It's never too late to join IBEW, Local 117. Find them online at IBEW117.org. All right, I got a few takers on this video chatting for Open Phone Thursday. I'm sending another one. This text says, I don't think video chatting is rude and I'm 29. Well, I guess then you're old people, I guess, according to Jake. I don't know what is
Or Jake just has a different opinion than someone his same age, because Jake's still 29, right?
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. Maybe Jake's a young 29 and this guy's an old 29. That's a thing. I don't know. Quinn is an old 8.
She is. She's 9.
Not a bad
She's going to be
9.
10.
Oh, that's why she seems old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well.
wrinkles and all that.
Oh, don't tell her that. She's already getting so sad that her Gap is closing.
Oh, no.
I'm like, we paid $4,000 to get the Gap
The
closed.
Gap that you're getting the things for?
That she's because she
Invisalign?
keeps getting bullied. Yeah, but it's making her sad because she feels like she's going to look older now. I'm like, girl, you don't even know what older looks like. Just buckle up.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Oh, you're a fun mom. So Adam went to our thing, and I was going to put him on, but his camera wasn't working, and now he's gone. So I don't know. If you want the link to stream, I'm sending it out to people to do video with us. I wonder if it works. What if I send it to?
What if you just posted it in the comments?
And everybody? Fine.
Because we could control who's in the back.
Who gets it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we?
We could control
we can control who's in the back, Leah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the speed with which they proceed, and perhaps some lubrication. Is that what we're doing to our listeners today? Grab them by the hips and. All right, I'll post it. I'm going to post it.
Post it. Why
and
not?
We'll see what.
Screw it.
I don't know if it works or not because I sent it out to a bunch of people and maybe they're big talkers. They're like, "Oh, I'll do it." Then they get the link. They're like, "No." Anyway, I will post the link, and if you click on it, you can go into our back end and be gentle, and we'll get you on the video TomTube for OPT. It is 9:24.
84 and humid for today.
3 days grace. I will rock. 3 days grace. 95 Will Rock, the Rock Station. Tom and Leah, Will Rock Morning Show, 927.
84 and humid for today. Storms possible later on. Severe storms possible. 60 overnight. 84 mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 75 in Mundelein and 78 in Woodstock.
It's the video edition of Open Phone Thursday. Adam's our first taker, and he's on TomTube now. Hi, Adam.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just at work. Heard you guys wanted to do this, so I guess I'm old like you.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Where's work?
Wait a second. Turn your cameras. Can you turn your camera a quarter turn? Let's see if it'll fill the whole screen. Not that way, like how you're holding it. Go like that.
Oh,
landscape.
Like that. Landscape. There we go. That's better.
There you go. Better. All right.
Old people don't know how to do video chatting or whatever. When you say you're old, where do you work at? First, what is that? Are you a teacher or something?
I am technology at a school.
Okay. You don't want to say what school, do you?
Not really. No.
No, I wouldn't either.
How is it? High school, college, grade school?
It's 5th through 8th.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's the worst. Middle
man.
schoolers
God
are the
bless you.
worst.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
High schoolers are they like whenever we get people ask to come out and talk at a school, if it's high schoolers, I'm like, okay, because the ones that don't want to hear us just ignore us.
Yeah.
And the ones that want to engage with us do. Little kids are all just excited that there's something going on. But 6th, 7th, and 8th, they're just trying to be cool. They're over everything. Yeah. And it's you must hear eye rolls like every day.
That and everything else too.
Yeah. So are you on Jake's side? Like I video call him randomly and he's like, Dad, don't do that. That's an old people thing. Do you video call people ever?
I do, but usually just family members because I know they'll pick up. Other than that, I don't want anybody to see my ugly mug.
Yeah, I don't do it to strangers. Yeah, plus I'm usually sitting there naked. Well, you work in a school, you sit there naked. Are you between classes? There's no kids in there now, right?
No, I'm being in technology. I have my own office.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, all right. Well,
yeah.
So, like, what do you teach the kids when you say technology?
I don't teach. I just hand out Chromebooks and chargers and fix them.
So you're like the guy. How abusive are kids to Chromebooks that they don't own?
Oh, they act like they're their own personal frisbee sometimes.
There's the Chromebook challenge or whatever that's going around on TikTok.
Oh haven't heard that. Haven't had that happen yet.
I talked about it on the air a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
sticking stuff in the ports.
To get the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that video.
And then we got a video from the schools warning us about this.
Yeah.
You haven't had that yet.
No, I haven't had that yet because we put out a warning. Don't, because it's going to charge them. Arm and a leg, and it's criminal.
We probably shouldn't talk about it on the radio. Then we'll edit all this out before it gets out there on TomTube and all that stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Like we still have the audio, so it's still like a phone call.
Yeah,
but it's video. I like video chatting. It's very interesting or whatever. So, Adam,
well,
thanks.
Cool,
man.
No worries.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say. Plus, I get to see my two favorite radio people in the whole wide world.
Where are they?
Oh, okay.
They're somewhere in there. You just have to look hard.
Somebody took down. I hung up. I was going to just now grab the Sherman and Schmiegel. They have.
Who took that down?
They have like player cards, like baseball cards, and they were right here. And somebody took them down. Somebody stole my Sherman and Schmiegel. You want a little tour, Adam, of stuff?
I have Sherman and Schmiegel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
There we go. There's Sherman.
There you go.
Where's Schmiegel?
There's
Schmiegel. They have playing cards. We can't. We were in a meeting, Adam. Speaking of Chromebooks and things you got to hand out. We had a meeting, and I asked if we could get a new studio chair because the old one was broken, and I was told that we did not have money for a chair. So we get a chair. Looking forward to
how fancy is your chair, man?
But Sherman and Schmiegel get playing cards or baseball cards.
Of course.
Yeah. This is here. Let me put my camera on so you can see these things. This is Jim Bob. I'll show you around the studio. We just got that.
Nice.
It's a Hardy bobblehead. It's like I'm
very
Jim
cool.
Bob. I'm welcome in Wonder Tucky. Wants a little something to drink there. Flipping you off. Yeah. There's Jim Bob. And then if you look over there, that is our giant bobblehead we're giving out tonight or qualified.
I saw that yesterday.
Yeah. Did you come to the mall or yeah?
Yeah, I was at the mall with my daughter.
Yeah. Did you guys buy something?
Yeah, we ended up going to the Wrangler store and buying her some jean shorts.
Cool. So that's the Corona bobblehead that people can qualify for tonight at Jesse Oaks and Gages Lake. So I hope you come on out. I'll buy you a Corona. Okay, man?
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate you.
Thanks for being on with us, Adam. Very interesting to see inside somebody else's thing going on.
Right.
The video now has the link on it to be on with us on video. It's basically streamyard.com/NNG, sorry, NNQGYYRU21.
Oh,
or I.
Yeah. I'll remember that.
Everybody write that down. It's on the video, though. You can see it on TomTube if you want to be on with us. Do that. And it's the video edition of Open Phone Thursday. It is 9:32. I asked him if he wanted a tour, and all I showed him was our two.
That's why I was like, there's so much more to the studio.
We got 2 bobbleheads. Woo! Well, and there's a Metallica gold record or platinum record. There's a Hardy Jack thing. There's Leah. There's our WIIL. There's our little wheel. What else do we have that's interesting? That's about it. We got a trophy. This is top fundraiser for St. Baldrick's for our team.
That's a little beat up because Leah
threw it on the ground.
I said, screw this team.
Yeah, screw Baldrick's, kids and cancer. I ain't helping that. And there's Tom. Oh, and there's my goat. I'm a goat. From April Riedel, the artist, turned me into a goat. That's in the studio too because it was too scary for
and
me.
here
to
is
put
my
up at
brown
home.
water.
And there's Leah is drinking brown water. Today is the final day of the fast.
I don't know if I'm going to make it.
She doesn't know if she's going to make it.
My head hurts.
Call and tell Leah the most disgusting thing you ever ate, and that way she won't want food. So there's her.
It's a fiber. It's a fiber drink. Anti-hunger.
How
fiber
so?
drink.
Are you making number 2 while you're doing this? Because
No.
they're giving you fiber drinks, but you're not eating any food.
No.
Have you? When did you start fasting?
Monday night.
So all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday,
Mhm.
up to today.
Yeah.
And there's no boom. Yeah.
No, but I'm not a regular person. This schedule really is not not great for that.
Well, have some of your fiber.
Mhm.
Delicious. I can see the debris in the bottom. Do you chew that?
I have to
then?
no, because it makes me feel like I have a lump in my throat. So I just have to reshake it or add water.
Man, this fasting is the best.
It's so good.
It is
That's what I
so
keep
good.
telling
It
myself.
is
But
so
listen,
good.
I proved to myself that your body and your mind is so powerful.
Yeah.
You don't need the food when you think you need it.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. I'm just gonna go grab a steak bagel from McDonald's.
Okay.
and whatever,
You
and
enjoy that.
Some breakfast tacos. It is 9:35. It is Open Phone Thursday. We'd love to have you on video. If you want just the link, if you want me to text you the link, 800-223-9510. I'll text the link back. Phones, text, and video now for Open
All
Phone
of it.
Thursday.
It is time for the 95 WIIL Rock Happy Hour News. Speaking of eating, a high fiber diet is good because it improves gut health, lowers cholesterol, helps regulate blood sugar, and there's one more that's new.
For doing what?
High fiber diet.
Okay.
Do you know what fiber is?
I've heard of fiber. I know there's Metamucil is
We're
I
talking.
know people that drink the fiber drink, which I don't understand how a powder in a drink turns into poop, but
I don't either, but
it does.
That's not what we're talking about. We're
fiber.
Have you when you go into a grocery store and around the outside is
Around
usually,
the outside.
Usually you'll find these. They're like different colors and shapes and sizes.
Yeah, the first area with the weird stuff that's not in packaging.
Yeah.
It's like 6 aisles away from the Doritos.
Right.
At the beginning.
Yes.
There's red stuff and blue stuff, and
Mhm.
some of it's all hooked together. and-
Right.
What's that called?
There's fruits. And then there's
the vegetables.
Vegetables. Yeah.
I don't think you're pronouncing that right.
Vegetables.
Pretty sure it's
Grains, nuts, and seeds. Those
vegetable.
things.
Yeah.
Those are good sources of fiber. Okay. A study found getting more fiber in your diet can reduce the amount of forever chemicals in your body, which that's what everyone's all hyped up and freaking out about right now. Like
Okay.
the plastic that is.
Oh, yeah.
They found that certain cleaning products, nonstick cookware, and even shampoo have these chemicals in there. They're called forever chemicals because they don't break down easily in the environment.
All right.
And almost everyone has them in their bloodstream, and it can take years to flush them out. So preventing more from getting in is important. And they say a way to do that, Tom, is
Eat the vegetables.
to eat the vegetables.
All right.
I'm so sorry. to
How do
break
you
this
eat them?
news
What do
to
you do with them? They're weird shapes.
You could eat them
and they
raw.
got-
You could cook them. You can put them in your rear.
Put them in your rear. See, that's why I don't want any. That's why I don't want any.
You wash
I've
them when you
never
bring 'em
thought to
home.
myself, I'm going to put these Doritos in my rear. They're sharp and there's that powder that I don't want there.
They wouldn't survive.
Show you how I eat Doritos. I just, and then put my hand in and then they're delicious. There's none of that other stuff. So, and I'm sure that I will also poop. So I win. I'll just die with a bunch of plastic in my body.
Early.
Too bad, so sad. Oh, I don't feel well already. So I don't think that ship has sailed. Chevelle will rock with Rabbit Hole, Tom and Leah. It is open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. The video link is posted. We have people that pop on and then pop off. So I don't know if they want to be on or not. But that video link is there if you want to do that for open phone Thursday. Or we can go to the text line or the phone line, 800-223-9510. Smoke signals. If you come here to the G spot and you build a little fire out by the stage and send smoke signals, we can do that. Morse code. I know Morse code. Ooh. If you do that. I'm slow at it, but I can do it. From my Boy Scout days. Let's see what other thing. But carrier pigeon.
Okay.
Telegraph. Ooh. That would be Morse code. Yeah, any type of letters. But then we got to talk price of stamps, and you probably won't be able to get me that this morning.
Started.
Don't get me started. It's 9:44.
84 and humid for today. Storms possible later on this evening. 60 overnight. 84 mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 79 in Elgin and 58 in Kenosha.
Beautiful. It's just dodged the storms. Other than that, it's
which we may be able to.
Yeah, it's the first. It's not constant storms or whatever. It looks like it's going to be really nice and warm tonight. Find your beach. Bar tour, the very first stop with Corona at Jesse Oaks and Gages Lake. Beautiful beer garden. Get there early to get a table, get a good spot. Have some dinner. They got some great specials. I've had a couple of times. One of the I'm sorry. One of the specials. It's horrible. It is horrible. It's like $9.
I'm kidding. I'm
$9, and it's the Italian beef and fries.
Stop it.
And then you get the cheese and the giardiniera.
Oh, and you get a juicy. Do you get a juicy?
Oh, it's so good.
Juicy?
Yeah.
Oh,
they have they have 3 versions of the grinder sandwiches. When can you eat again? What time?
8 tonight.
Come by. My remote's 7 to 9. I will buy you one of the best sandwiches you'll ever have.
Explode. I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to go right away?
No.
I wouldn't be able to not. Anyway, come out, grab a bite to eat, wash it down with a Corona tonight. We got specials on Corona
Do it for
Extra.
Me.
And Premier 16-ounce cans for $5.50. Concert tickets to the Giant Corona bobblehead you can qualify for. And yes, tonight somebody qualifies for next year's Cabin Fever getaway. You want to get there early to get a table. Things start at 7 officially. Jesse Oaks, Old Gages Lake Road, off Gages Lake Road. In Gages Lake, see you there tonight with Corona and WIIL Rock. Spring is here. Summer on the horizon. Motorcycles are out there. When you're driving, keep your head up. Keep your head off your phone. Keep your eyes moving around on a swivel, because you don't want to be in one of these accidents that we keep hearing about every day now. A motorcycle going down. So, get your head out of your when you drive. And when the bike does go down, if you're a rider, make sure your first call is to Law Tigers. Law Tigers will be in your corner. Law Tigers will give you a free motorcycle case evaluation. Law Tigers do not get paid until you get paid. Your insurance company just wants to get rid of you and be done with it. Law Tigers will make sure you get what you deserve. Law Tigers are advocates for the riding community, and they know what injured riders and their families are going through. They're going to be there for you every step of the way. So if or when the bike goes down, make that first call to 800 Law Tigers, 800 Law Tigers, or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, Chicago's motorcycle lawyers. All right, it's open phone Thursday. People keep popping on and keep getting bumped off on the video, and I don't know what that is. So Let's go to the text line again. It says, thanks. That was cool, especially since I have a face for radio and a voice for the deaf. Well, same here. So,
Everyone feels that way when they
yeah.
hear themselves back, though, too.
Yeah. I like recordings.
Mhm.
It doesn't sound like you.
No.
You're like, I don't sound like that. When I hear him, I sound like my brother, and I think my brother sounds horrible. So there he goes, doing it, picking in his nose
and chewing it. I did want to say, read this one. Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Tom and Leah, good morning. Emily from Racine here. We met on Monday. That was the one that we had the ticket mix up, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Thank you for the shout out to us school bus drivers, which Ryan's on a school bus right now. They're heading to.
Oh, he's going to graduate finally.
Yeah. We're just so excited for him. We're going to have dual graduation parties for him and Caden.
Yeah.
No, he's going on a field trip now with Cooper's class. But I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, bus
God
drivers
bless
are-
school bus
just
drivers.
Even without the problems with cars, just all
It's
the kids.
and oh gosh, hell.
Anyway, I've kicked around the idea just to be out in the real world still and be doing a real thing because it's a split shift thing. I could do afternoons. I
Yeah.
could get free and drive a school bus. And then I thought, no, it's not the driving of the bus.
I don't
that would
think
be
I
a
have the
problem.
patience.
Yeah. You didn't warn him about, did you warn him about the field trip? 'Cause
Oh,
you
yeah,
did
he
Quinn's
knows.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end, you were like,
And Quinn's a saint, so at least it was like on that bus, I had the saint child with
Cooper's
me.
an asshole.
Well,
Yeah,
not so
yeah.
much an
Oh.
asshole, but he's a boy. I hope that he's not as disruptive
His
as some of these
problems are going to
kids.
be easier and less complex.
Yeah.
Boys are idiots. Girls are crazy.
Yeah.
That's what you do. So best of luck to him on the bus. What's the you went to the zoo. Where's
They're
he
going to like an outdoor ed type of thing. Do you remember doing that? Like when we were kids, it was an overnight
climbing
thing.
ropes and things.
Yeah,
and
kind of.
Trust falls
Yeah.
and all that. That was actually cool. I thought we did it for work once for here.
Oh, really?
And it was we thought it was stupid at the beginning, but at the end it was all
So
fun.
much fun,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. Want to do a trust fall?
No.
Do it now. I'll come over. I'll run over at the last second and catch you.
Yeah, just like that lady on TV the other day.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, that's Disturbed. We talked to Jesse James Dupree from Jackal this morning, Full Throttle Saloon, Pappy Oil Campground.
Huge.
Disturbed is going to be there this year. That's the biggest act I think they've had there since they opened the new Full Throttle Saloon. So for the rally, looking forward to it. I will be there that night. I will be the next morning. You will know.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what night they are. If they're Tuesday or Wednesday. Anyway, the next morning I'm going to be a
What
little late
week
on
is
the air.
that?
It's like the first week in August.
First week in
It's
August.
early in August.
Okay.
So, and if you're going, Pappy Hoyle is almost sold out. That is a huge campground. So, we leave Friday, August 1st, and I'll get home the 10th. So we're there.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
10 days. 10 days. Will we stop on the way home in Chippewa Falls and go to Loopy's and tube down the Chippewa Falls River?
Sounds terrible.
Because we didn't have enough adventure.
Yeah.
If you want to meet us in the Chip
Yeah.
on the 9th
Okay.
and tube the river, it's great.
Yeah.
We have a really good time.
How far is that?
Saturday night, a couple hours.
Okay.
4 hours.
Worth
maybe, whatever. Worth it. I can get you a camping spot if you want to camp by us or whatever.
Okay. I'll
There's
look into it.
I'm serious. August 9th.
Okay.
And tube the Chip. If anybody's interested in that info or the Sturgis info, just shoot me an email and I'll get all of it for you. But Disturbed is going to be there for the rally this year. It is 9:57 Will Rock Morning Show. Tom and Leah.
84 and humid for today. Storms severe possible later on this afternoon. 60 overnight. 84 mostly sunny for tomorrow. It is 75 in Mundelein and 78 in Crystal Lake.
I wasn't ready to take a call, but this one.
Why not? Yeah, let's end it.
Final OPT call of the week. Hi,
Make it good.
Will Rock, who's this? Make it good. Send us out on top.
Good morning, Leah. Hi, Tom. This is Scott.
Scott, who never shuts up except when he's on the phone and barely talks. What's up, Scott?
Yeah, I'm going to talk. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow for Scotland, and I'm really looking forward to Sturgis, but I don't want the summer to blow by.
Right.
Do we get a special deal on this trip? Scott's going on my trip to Scotland. Do we get a special deal because it's in your name? You're Scott. It is your land.
Yeah, but my last name's Irish. We're stopping in Dublin.
There you go.
Maybe we get something there for free.
Yeah, when I look at your wife, I'm Dublin.
Oh, boy.
He's a kept man. He doesn't work. I don't understand.
Used to work, though.
I'm working my ass off.
He outkicked his
Hey,
coverage.
I already cut the grass. I weed whack. I got 6.5 acres, man. This shit don't take me. I mean, that
You
stuff don't
can't
take
say
me
that
out.
word on the radio.
I corrected myself. I already
Oh,
corrected
man.
myself.
I wish I had
Hey, I'm
the
also
layoff
looking
already.
forward to tonight. I want to be on that list.
Tonight.
trip.
Oh, man, you just got it all lined up.
The list for the trip
I
tonight.
know,
Oh,
I'm
the
trying
CFG.
to set up my summer.
Yeah, you went
I'm
on the
setting up my
CFG
summer.
last. You've gone on the CFG. It's good. What's your favorite?
I always do.
What's your favorite? Sturgis, Cabin Fever Getaway, or you haven't gone to Scotland yet, but what's the biggest one for you?
I would say Sturgis.
Yeah.
For sure.
Gonna be a good one this year with Disturbed. All right, Scott. I'll see you tonight at Jesse Oaks.
You guys be safe in
I hope
Scotland.
Send your wife. You can come too. All
right.
right. Thanks, man.
No, she's coming along. Bye.
Hey, Scott. All right. So I kid around with him. He's a kept man. You know, isn't that a dream come true?
No, I would get bored. I would get so bored.
You would get bored if you were a kept man. I think that would be amusing as hell to you because you'd be like, "Oh, I suddenly have a penis." Like if I was a kept woman, I'd be
leave
like,
the bedroom.
I'd be like, "Whoa, I wouldn't leave the house."
Yeah.
You know what happened to Thomasina? She starved to death. She was just wouldn't leave the house. She was playing with herself. On the show today, just a lot of open phone Thursday. I think we'll do the video version of it again.
I do like that.
We'll warn people in advance.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool.
I think we post it in the description.
Yeah.
Can't we do that?
Yeah.
Why
Everybody's
not?
on video. TimeTube available at 95willrock.com. We'll wrap up whatever this is next on Will Rock. Talking about summer and all the fun things we're going to be doing with Sturgis, and going to be going to this. No, I can't. Going to be going to like at a big party I told you about next weekend. And no matter what it is, a big part of the summer is grilling for me. I've been doing Omaha steaks. The first time I got them was as a gift like 4 decades ago, and I was like, steaks in the mail? What? So good. And such a cool thing to see that cooler from Omaha Steaks sitting there when you get home, getting something in the mail that isn't a bill or a flyer or, all of that stuff. Omaha Steaks really is a great treat for you. And summer grilling season is here. It is time to stock up. There is always Omaha Steaks in my freezer. Right now, I got the chicken in there. I have steaks. I have caramel apple tartlets. And you can get a great selection at Omaha Steaks right now for 50% off site-wide. Tender and delicious steaks. Great chicken, great desserts, great. The pork chops are really good. Omaha Steaks will make your summer grilling experience that much better. Bring home the world's best steak experience with Omaha Steaks right now. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off during the Memorial Day sale. That's 50% off site-wide and get an extra $35 off if you use my promo code TOM at checkout. omahasteaks.com, promo codes TOM at checkout, 50% site-wide, and when you use that code, an extra $35 off. See site for details. omahasteaks.com, promo code TOM. Mall walking with Phil and Leah. I'm not doing it. I
think you could. It's 30 minutes.
I haven't packed yet.
Tom, but listen, there's no rewinds. That's why I did that, to get your ass
That's
to
why
walk.
the show sucked today. I don't have to worry about getting the rewinds ready.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for sucking today, Leah.
If you're going to suck
hard.
That's our
motto, our credo.
That's what I live by now.
Put that on a t-shirt, and it is there in the rock shop. So 10:03.
84 and humid for today.
I'll see you tonight at Jesse Oaks. The delightful Jen Marr coming in next. Have a good day. Be nice to each other.